I am sorry. Are you okay?
Podcast is intended for mature audiences. The views and opinions expressed are those of the panelists and do not reflect in any way those of the podcast partners, sponsors, or affiliates. Enjoy.
Hi, this is Michael Buffer, and you're listening to the voice of the people. Let's get ready for Boxing Voice.
Every day I'm hustling, 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 hustling. Every day I'm hustling, every day I'm hustling, every day I'm hustling, every day I'm hustling.
12 years. I never expected it to turn out like this. TheBoxingVoice.com. Shout out to the community, man. I appreciate y'all.
What's happening, people? Info Joe, Los Angeles, in the building.
Adrian, the problem wrong, the man from the frozen tundra.
Keem, straight out of Florida. Liz Lowe, Decatur, Georgia.
You already know what it is. It's the Queen, Martha K, Detroit, stand up.
David Maldonado, New York City. Yo, Nuss, don't cut me off, man. Don't cut me off.
King Amin of Essex, catch me for them championship rounds.
Big Super Mac, Plainview, Texas.
Davidian in Buffalo. God bless you all.
In Jesus' name.
Without Chai, it ain't nothing. Without the callers, it ain't nothing, man.
Bad Girl, TKO, San Diego, California.
Big Fish, Vegas, Palm Beach, Florida.
Intrigue, the Incredible, straight out the ATL.
James Benitez, Huntsville, Alabama. It ain't hating, it's just the truth.
Show Kid, Mount Vernon, New York, suckers.
SDS Promotions.
Coach Mide from London, UK.
Let's go! I'm ready!
Checking in from Tennessee, it's Lethal James, P-A-Y-N-E. It's lethal.
Line 6 Reed, just spreading that boots gospel.
Bo from Bama, only in America.
Well, I'm a true attestation to the American dream.
King Born, Crown Heights, Brooklyn. You heard? 4 chicken wings and french fries, breakfast and champions. Let's get to it.
JT, New Orleans, Louisiana.
Stuff like that.
Yo, TVV, this Coach J-Mac. New Orleans, Louisiana, 504, baby.
What have you?
C. Y. E.
California.
Like the video, subscribe to the channel, join YouTube members and Patreon for some.
This is the #1 pound for pound and 2 division champion, Marvin the Tank Furman from Dallas, Texas.
Mr.
LV Southern, from DC to Stunt City, Bomb Squad.
Brandon Maurice, aka the AJ Trucking, straight out of Cincinnati, baby.
Madbat 100, U.S. Virgin Islands.
Chick Chickarelli, Hollywood, California.
Louis Reyes, Boston, Mass. Yo, drop that SDS shit,
This
son.
message was brought to you by SDS Promotions.
The voice of the people, there is no equal. You can add Nestor Gibbs on Skype to be part of the conversation. TheBoxingVoice.com.
As I always say, please make sure you push the thumbs up. Share this in every episode of the Boxing Voice podcast. This is TBD for life. If you ain't on Patreon, that's because you're stupid.
What up, what up, what up, what up? What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to another edition of the Boxing Voice Radio. Good morning. We are here to discuss the latest news being broken by Andres Hale, excuse me. And he is reporting that Teofimo Lopez and Romero, the WBA welterweight champion, are confirmed for a welterweight WBA title defense, the first defense of his title that Rolly will be making, and the fight will take place August 22nd at the T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas. The great part, the fight is going to be available not only on DAZN, but on Amazon as well. So this is a good thing. Somehow, Tio and Rolly found a way to get it done. So I'm sure we'll get people calling in, taking shots at Devin, who didn't get it done. Rolly and Tio is a good fight. Good welterweight fight for Tio to see where he's at. Rolly's been acclimated to the division now for some time. So this is a true welterweight with good power, with a good win over Ryan Garcia. So, yeah. Looks like we got ourselves a good little fight here. And August 22nd is the targeted date. It's official. Broly gets to defend his welterweight title. I know Jack Catterall has been having a lot to say about, the fact that Rolly wasn't defending. And truthfully, he still isn't defending because Tio is skipping the line. So, in a sense, Jack isn't getting what he wants. One moment. All right, so, in a sense, Jack isn't getting what he wants. The division is kind of still held up. Tio gets to skip the line. Romero, found himself an in-between fight rather than having to face his mandatory. And for us, we get a big fight. Las Vegas fight, August 22nd. Tio and Rolly, once friends, now rivals and enemies, standing across from each other. Live on Amazon Prime Video and live on DAZN pay-per-view as well. So if you have the DAZN Ultimate package, then this fight is part of your package. No harm, no foul. A great way for boxing fans to stay in touch. I love that, PBC and DAZN have found a way to work together. Now, there's better ways to work together than both distributing a pay-per-view. But at least for us Ultimate Package guys and gals, we get to watch this one, and it's part of our premium. But this is one of the most intriguing crossover promotions because obviously PBC should have the lead here, but somehow DAZN is involved when Teofimo isn't with DAZN at all. So DAZN just wants to be able to sell this fight and be involved in boxing and distribute boxing to their subscribers, which I'm one of their subscribers, and I'm happy. Now, whether Tio can become a 3-division champion, and if Rolly could continue his newfound win streak, that's going to be a question answered on August 22nd at the T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas. But we'll discuss the business behind this event because I'm sure people are scratching their heads as to how Teofimo got it done. When Devin and Bill made it seem as if there was no money on the table. We'll talk early betting lines, who you think is the favorite, what's at stake for the winner in a loaded 147-pound division. This fight definitely has action-packed written on it. From a business standpoint, it's definitely one of the most fascinating fights. It should be considered a big fight. We'll see how these two do in Las Vegas. Romero continues to be one of boxing's most surprising career resurgences. Ever since getting with Ishmael Salas and capturing that WBA, he seems to be a totally different person. Now, he'll make his first defense in this fight with a fighter, or should I say versus a fighter who's won multiple championships and is no stranger to being a title holder, being a champion, and being a unified champion. But Romero enters this fight with confidence, even though that win over Ryan is a year ago. He still has the confidence of that fight, some slight momentum potentially, and perhaps the biggest platform of his career with Amazon Prime and DAZN now distributing a big name again, like Teo, who was on the same card and had a good performance versus Arnold Barboza when Rolly defeated Ryan Garcia. Now Teofimo is going to be across the ring from him, but we all know that he could be or show signs of potentially being bipolar. Few fighters remain as unpredictable as Teofimo. At his best, though, Lopez has defeated the elites, the Lomas, the Josh Taylors. He showcased his speed and explosiveness, skills, bravado, counterpunching ability. But at his worst, he's inconsistent. It's cost him opportunities. He's ruined $12 million, should I say $11.5 million paydays versus Devin Haney. And that's why I think he may be bipolar. But after moving to 147, he has no fight. He immediately jumps into the ring with a world title fight opportunity coming off the back of the loss and poor performance versus Shakur Stevenson. Instead of taking a tune-up, showing that the confidence is there and that the takeover mentality is still there. Stylistically, though, this matchup is fascinating, and it suits Teo better than the Shakur fight. Neither man is known for fighting cautiously, even though Rolly has been a little bit more relaxed and composed in the ring under the tutelage of Ishmael Salas. But both possess legitimate knockout power. Teo, we got to see, does it carry up? Both have confidence, borderline arrogance, even though some will say that Rolly has changed and found God. But both have questioned each other's legitimacy. They went from being friends to rivals. And that usually creates for entertaining fights. I like the fight. I'm happy that we're able to find a way to get it done. But one of the biggest questions is going to be Teo transitioning to welterweight and how he actually takes that weight jump. He's not the biggest of fighters, but he does have a wide frame. He does, from the back, right, he looks like a little Canelo, right? He's got that wide back. But will that weight will that added weight improve his durability, slow him down? Does it add punching power? Will Romero simply prove to be too strong, like he was too strong for Ryan? He made Ryan gun shy after dropping him. But you gotta love the storyline of the promotional partnership. Seeing Prime and DAZN sharing distribution demonstrates that boxing is in a good place. And the biggest boxing events make the enemies come together. And this is how you're gonna grow, collaborating together with both platforms. Hopefully it's a success and we get to see this more from DAZN and PBC and Amazon Prime. But the winner of this fight immediately places themselves in a big fight, a potential unification with Ryan, who's the WBC champion, or with Devin, who's the WBO champion, or they can go the building route and try to unify with Pato, who just won the fight from Crocker, or should I say won the belt from Crocker. But there's action at 47, especially if you can become a world champion. I mean, look at Rolly, for instance. Obviously, he hasn't fought as much as we would want, but clearly, he's able to send offers. Now, the Haney's made it seem as if that offer was empty. But again, Rolly and Keith Conley, Teo and Keith Conley found the way to make it happen. They found the way to make the dollars make sense, or the lack of dollars, as Bill said, make sense. Now, I will put it out there as the Haney-nator, right? They're going to call me a fan anyway. But I'm just a free thinker. And rather than say, Teo got it done, Haney couldn't get it done, maybe Teo took a bad contract again. I mean, who has a track record for taking bad contracts and publicly telling you that they're bad and that he doesn't make enough money? Teo does. So, you know, if Devin is saying there was no money in the contract, was there any money in the contract? Or did Teo decide, you know, I'm a guy who just did 20,000. Let me bet on myself with Rolly, who beat Ryan, and let us kill what we eat together. Maybe he rolled the dice. Now, people are questioning themselves and asking, well, why is Ness even saying that? Well, it becomes all more realistic when you factor in that out of all the Keith Conley fighters, he's the only one not signed to Zuffa, and he's the only one that essentially burnt the bridge with Zuffa by cursing out Dana White because he didn't shake his hand, remember? You know, so is Teo that big that he didn't need to go to Zuffa when we see that Shakur is signing to Zuffa and we see that Devin is signing to Zuffa? So it can't be that he's too big for Zuffa. It must be that he potentially burnt that bridge with Zuffa. And if you've burnt the bridge with Zuffa and you're no longer with Top Rank, which I also hear is not true. He might still be under contract for 2 fights. But if you're no longer with Top Rank, who has access to DAZN, where would Teo fight if he doesn't take this fight? Who would he fight? On what network as well, right? So, I don't know. If anybody is in a position where they need to take what's being offered, and we say the lineup of fighters in that position are Shakur, who's in question to sign a Zuffa, Devin in question to sign a Zuffa, Teo, who seems to be potentially a free agent, but you would assume he was going to sign a Zuffa as all his managerial stablemates went there. Quick reminder, Richardson Hitchens, managerial stablemate. He signed. Edgar Berlanga, managerial stablemate. He signed. To Zuffa for the slow ones in the back, not piecing it together. Sergey Derevyanchenko, multiple losses. Great fighter in terms of action pack. He signed. These are all Keith Conley fighters. So again, the only, thing there to think of is, okay, well, maybe Teo is bigger than what's being offered at Zuffa, but then you got to factor in, well, how could he be when the guy that beat him, it's being reported that he's going over there by Dan Rayfield. If you don't like my reporting, if you don't like Coppinger's reporting, So, did Teo make it happen, or was he in a position where he had to kill what he's going to eat because he's kind of burnt some bridges? I mean, think about the back and forth with he and Eddie. Would Eddie give him an opportunity? After asking for $4 million, and when Eddie's ready, you ask for 10? I don't know. Just giving you something to think about, as it's not always as simple as he got it done and he couldn't get it done. At least not all the time. I mean, I feel like that is a strong possibility. I do feel like, maybe Teo and Rolly did find a way amicably, because they've worked, they were friends, not worked together, but they used to be friends. They used to hang out together and take shots at Ryan together. So, which is another thing we need to consider. How good is the fight going to be? We seen Abdullah and Albert definitely give us a fight, friendship or not. Can we say the same for Teo and Rolly? Will they be able to do that? Will they be able to separate the friendship? You seen what Abdullah said? Not on his watch. He said he's got love for Albert and he want to see him get right, but not on his watch. Why? Because he's got his own dreams. So, yeah, man. Phone lines are open, though, if you guys want to call in. This is what we're talking about. Discord available. X Space is also available. Cliff, Connecticut, what it do? We also got the landline rocking and rolling. And the Zoom link. What up, champ? Cliff, you with me? Looks like we lost Cliff. Cliff, you there? Because it says you on. You might need to jump out, jump back in with that Connecticut Ethernet. I mean, I wish he was on Ethernet. That would make it work. But yeah, man, I like this fight, man. I like this fight. It has the potential to be an entertaining press conference, too. Again, these dudes were friends. I'm sure they got some stuff to say. Cliff in Connecticut. What is up?
Let me cut off this Bluetooth. Hold on.
What up?
Audio is working now, right?
Yep.
Yeah, it just fucked up because my phone closed. Like you gotta have the spaces open when you come to us, or else it won't work. Man, I'm glad you said though that if you don't like Coppinger, Rayfield, and whomever else is you're reporting about the Zuffa, because I don't really think it's safe to say that Shakur and Devin are on Zuffa yet. Like I that we feel like they're going there, but it's not official. And I feel like the negotiations that Shakur and Devin are having, it goes against everything Zuffa said they stood for, and they were taking out the sport and the structure they were going to put into the sport. I feel like that's kind of why I don't think they attached their name to those two fighters while they're playing these funny games, because it's not the MO or the precedent that they said they were going to set. So
Yeah, but they did
I don't
attach
know.
their name. I don't know if you've seen the last Zuffa card 8, but it was they were talking about it. They were talking about how Devin and Shakur are supposed to sign, and they couldn't get the deal done, and you know.
The car with Ryo in them.
Yeah.
I don't know. I might have heard them mention it, but I don't know. But I digress on that. If that's how Zuffa's gonna play, then, or if they can't get shit done, then what good are they? Like what? Why?
Well,
Why?
it's obviously not them. What do you mean? They can't force you to fight. And Shakur don't want to go to 47. Zuffa don't got a 40. He's a 35-pounder, so he could go back down. So
But it's like shut the fuck up and fight who we say fight. We big Zuffa. Like in the UFC, that we don't get all of this bullshit negotiations, and who they say is gonna fight, and that's it. So that the fighters don't waste their time. They might call somebody out or challenge, but they ask Dana. Like they said, they don't really do it amongst each other. So I feel like Zuffa kind of told us that they was coming to put some structure in the game. And if fighters are still going to navigate negotiations on their own, it's like, what the fuck are you here for? To just throw money around and have the same, have the same shit, it's the same shit going on? But whatever though. I'll talk about the topic. Rolly and Tio is, to me, is skills pay the bills. Tio gonna fuck him up. Only chance Rolly got is a puncher's chance. He can't fuck with Tio. We can't forget who Tio is, how skilled Tio is, and how unskilled Rolly is. Rolly did that to Ryan because Ryan is soft. Ryan is the one who quit when he got punched in his ribs. Ryan's the one who wouldn't let his hands go when he got punched in his face. Ryan's the one who took PEDs and came in 3.5 pounds overweight because he was scared to have a fair fight and risk taking the L. So, yeah, you could hit Ryan with a big shot and fold him up. But I don't think Tio is built like that. Tio is knows this dude. He picked them apart on video for all of us to see. I don't know if that's gonna help Rolly because he knows him too, but it didn't look like it helped him in the sparring. And for y'all who are gonna say sparring don't count, well, the boxing pundits and former boxers that I listen to on YouTube say differently. Corey Spinks was just saying that he thinks Mason will beat Floyd Schofield easily based off of a sparring. So professional boxers feel like you can learn stuff from sparring that will translate into the fight. I understand sometimes you spar and you're working on certain things, so you might handicap yourself if I'm working on a jab today, or I'm working on defense today, I'm working on movement. I understand, but sometimes fighters get in there and they fight. And That's what it kind of looked like to me when Tio was embarrassing Rolly Romero. So if the bookie wants to help me get rich, put those odds anywhere close because Rolly's coming off a big win and Tio's coming off a big loss, and I will take full advantage of that. But I got Tio winning this fight 9-3 type of fight. TBV, stay up.
All right. Damn, 9-3 type of fight. Shit. Okay. That seems pretty wide. That seems pretty wide. Discord available, X Spaces available. Got the Zoom rocking and rolling as well for anybody looking to call in on that platform. We can get it going for you as well. And the landline available as well for anybody that wants to call in on today's news. Let me see. What is the big fights for this weekend? Do we even got anything, bro? That's why we need this fight with Tio and Rolly. I mean, if you think this will be the third big fight of the year. I don't know anything else on the schedule. So this weekend, then they still got UFC Fight Pass? How the hell? Max McIntyre, we never heard of him. Moving on. In Moscow, Marat Gaziev, that's going to be on DAZN. Joe Joyce on the undercard. Gaziev is defending his very popular WBA regular that Suleiman loves. Joe Joyce shaking back out. So this weekend is not much. July 11th, let me see. We got May, July 11th is Saturday, so Africa, that ain't about nothing. Felix Sturm, how the hell is he still fighting in Germany? Puerto Rico, Price Taylor and Isaac Munzona heavyweight. How the hell is Price the main event in Puerto Rico? Lord of mercy. And that shit on Win Records Roku. It's not even on DAZN. That's nasty work. Damn, DAZN ain't picked that shit up. It's crazy. Yeah, there's nothing this weekend. Shit, I might have to be out this weekend. What the fuck? Lord, trash weekend. It is dry. No wonder it's dead out here in these streets. I mean, it's really nothing out there. Vega, what up? Shit. It's crazy. Slow, slow. Wonder what the hell's going on. Yo. We don't hear you. Is it me or is it you?
Can you hear me?
I do now.
Okay.
You got a mean delay, bro. What's going on?
Did you hear me?
What?
I don't know.
Are you
Yeah,
driving?
yeah, stop playing.
You're going in and out. I'm not playing with you. Why you always think I'm lying? Jesus fucking Christ. Shit don't make no sense with these guys. Bo, what up? It's like I got liar written across my face or something. Shit don't make no sense.
What's good, man?
What up?
Chilling, man. Hey, I think that's I'm glad they announced that fight. That's a good one. That's a good fight. I think people got to stop sleeping on Rolly though. See, I think people seen Rolly get knocked out by Tank, and get knocked out by Pitbull. But I'm gonna tell you something. In that fight with both of them, Roller let me know he got knocked out, but Roller was holding his own with them boys until he got knocked out. And I respect both of them type of fighters. But the fight with him and Pitbull, Roller really was showing me, you know what I'm saying, he can goddamn fight. If you ain't gonna bring it to him like Pitbull, if you ain't gonna be able to bring it to him and you gonna try to box with him or something, he gonna surprise T.O. ass. T.O. gonna have to hurt this one. He gonna have to bring it to him, speed him up. He gonna go in there trying to think he can outbox Rolly and all this shit. Rolly is a little bit smarter than that, and he have been hanging around Floyd. You gotta think Floyd was trying to make the fight with Rolly and Devin because he understand boxing. Styles do make fights. Rolly got one of them sneaky styles. You can beat him, but if you gonna go in there bullshitting with Rolly, thinking you gonna just go in there and go through the damn motions with him, Rolly can beat your ass, and he hit hard. You saw what happened with Ryan. Ryan put his hands in his pocket and just goddamn let Rolly outbox because Rolly got that equalizer. He can. If you ain't the type of guy who like to just get on a motherfucker ass, even that old dude ain't scared to goddamn take some chances. Rolly knocked him down a couple of times. If you ain't scared to let your hands go and bring it to Rolly, that's how you gonna have to fight him. He really a lot better boxer than people actually believe. I got Rolly in the fight against Tio. I think Tio gonna try some shit, but I think Tio, if he let his hands go now, he might can outrope Rolly. But I believe once he got there taste something, he might goddamn shut it down. I mean, Shakur might have damn fucked Tio up for good. I told you, Tio is a 50-50 fighter. He really not that good. I'm not picking Tio against a lot of people. Against a lot of people, I will pick him against. But let me talk about the chessboard right quick. If if Tio do beat Rolly, I believe they setting up a fight for Tio and Tank. Cause Tank been calling Devin out at 147. Devin don't want them fights. So he already priced himself out before it even gets started. You know, if you offering a person, you go out and get $30 million, and you tell them, man, I'm gonna give you 15, I'm gonna keep 15, and I'm gonna take 55. No, brother. If anything, if you really serious, offer Tank 18 and you keep 12. Stop trying to get too much. You pricing yourself out. But that's another story. Well, what's the name? Uh, when it come to Rolling and Tio, that fight gonna sell. They gonna do a good gate. That's gonna be a big time fight. And Tio finally dealing with people who actually know what to do with pay per view stars, with guys who belong on pay per view. Tio should have been fighting on pay per view. He shouldn't have went against uh he shouldn't have went against Shakur. That was a stupid fight to take because of what happened. At least with Tank, you would have been in an entertaining fight, and you might have would have got off a little bit. You might have went to sleep, but you would have got off, and you would have got a bigger pay. But now you come back with Rolling. All you got to do is beat Rolling. You beat Rolling, and I think they're gonna set him and Tank up, and that'll be in the beginning of next year sometime. Because I got the feeling Devin gonna keep trying to play these games he's trying to play. I don't know what they trying to do. Like they got some leverage. He gonna goddamn find himself out the ring till next year. But that's about how I see the board playing out. You know what I'm saying? He got things he can do. Everybody got things they can do. But this rolling and Tio, that's pretty big. And let me know one thing. If you ain't scared to bet on yourself, Tio might make more money than he'd ever made in a fight. And if he like what happened, he gonna be there to stay. All he gotta do is beat Rolling and he'll get tanked. He big enough. He got a big enough name. People will still want to see Tio. People still like Tio. So I think I now really I'd rather see that fight. I want to see Tio and Tank. 'Cause I want to see Tank go ahead and knock his ass the fuck out for good. So I want to see. I'm glad Tio done came to his senses. That's the blueprint. You get your name over there with Top Rank and get the fuck out of there and go hook up with some guys who really know how to motherfucking sell these pay per views. Now these motherfuckers giving you goddamn fights on his own and motherfucking prime. These motherfuckers know what the fuck they doing. So That's all I got. I ain't gonna goddamn keep on talking about it. We're gonna just see what happens. But like I said, let's tell your boy he gonna have to do something. Or, well, he go ahead and fight Keyshawn if that's gonna happen, you know. But I don't think he want that fight if he gonna let it go to a press bid. Why you doing that? But I'll holler. Hello?
I hear you, man. I hear
All right,
you.
I'm hollering at. I'll holler.
Yep. Vega, what up?
Hey, is it better now?
Mm-hmm.
All right, yeah, apologies, man. But yeah, good morning to you. Salute to the chat. And yeah, thanks for the topic. It is a bit of a slow, it's gonna be the next next 10, 11 days, I think is gonna be a bit more. There's not much going on. But I think it's quite common during the summer. I mean, even in just other sports. We have the World Cup right now, but if it wasn't for that, bro, it'd be like NBA Summer League and the MLB All-Star game, which few people are tuning into baseball. It's dying. It's very up and down. I don't even watch, even though I played it in high school. But yeah, man. This is a fight I think we heard a rumblings of a couple weeks ago, maybe a month ago or so. So not too surprising it got made. I heard a bit of your opening statement, your monologue. Um, I think it's when it comes to the zone, I've been a bit critical because I think if they stay how they were doing things before, kind of trying to make their foot, their foot in the game by, having boxing being the leader and staying within themselves, it was going to kill boxing. But what Abdullah Mason just did on TNT, we see the done partnership with Amazon Prime. They did it with Canelo versus Munguia. They've also done it with Benavidez versus Zerdo. That's the kind of things they need to keep doing in my opinion, because nobody knows what the zone is to this day. It's been around since I don't know, like 2018, 2019 in America, at least around that time. And to this day, 7, 8 years later, nobody has a clue what the zone is. DAZN, DAZN, it hasn't made the imprint it needs in America. I just saw a clip of Turkey Al Sheikh talking about how they want Joshua versus Tyson Fury to be in line with the time zone here in the USA, because obviously the US market is huge for business. So DAZN needs to find a way to do that. I'm not sure if TNT Sports is going to be the big way to do it, but it's definitely going. I think tracking the proper way. So they need to. It's going to take another major sport, in my opinion. So we'll see how it works out. So not too surprised by them working together once again. Um, I think I heard a bit of what you said. I think both these guys were kind of forced isn't the right word, right? But the options were becoming very limited for different reasons. Tio, I think he's really shot on every promoter, every broadcaster in some type of way. He's I think he's got a bad taste in the mouth of a lot of these guys. Just how he does business is up and down, not just inside the ring, but outside. He's constantly having personal issues, which I mean we all go through, but sometimes it gets highly publicized. He talks about it, which as a man, that's going to happen. But it just seems to be too much coming to the front when it comes to a fight. His dad, I think people don't. I think people talk about it, but I think his dad is a real issue for whatever reason, uh, especially inside the ring. Uh, from what I saw, and against Shakur, I mean, just asking where his power is and his behavior, his tone, just trying to. I get it. Sometimes you have to try to motivate your fighter, but there's a way to get there, and then when that doesn't work, you got to shake it up. You got to figure something else out. And there's a lot of people alluding to that there was something going on with him prior. The night before they came across him, they believe he was under the influence of something. And Tio has kind of said certain things to say that his dad wasn't right. He wasn't in the right state of mind. He wasn't him. He wasn't who he needed to be that night in his corner. So that makes it easier to allude to that. Yeah, his dad was possibly under some type of influence of something. So, I, his best performance was Lomachenko. They had someone else in the corner. I don't say get rid of the dad, but they definitely some assistance. I think will. I think we'll see a much improved Teofimo Lopez with the right second trainer, lead trainer, however they want to put it, word it, position it to the people. Because against Loma, he was very well disciplined. There was an obvious game plan they were executing, and the game plan worked because they beat one of the best fighters in the world. But since then, he's been extremely. He was maybe a little up and down before, but it's been extremely highs and extremely lows. From the Sandor Martin, which was a fight on short notice, and Sandor Martin has proved he is a very, very good super lightweight contender since then. But that was a big struggle. Possibly another voice could have helped steer him right, maybe helped him prepare for it on 4 or 5 weeks' notice because he was supposed to fight Jose Pedraza, who can fight southpaw, but is more of a switcher. And Sandor's a little more of a patient guy that positions himself, while Pedraza is more of a boxer. Um, then we had the Josh Taylor fight. I mean, he looked amazing. His athleticism really shined. Then you had the Jermaine Ortiz fight. Jermaine had a very good game plan to try to neutralize Teofimo's his strengths, had kept moving, having him come forward. Teofimo wasn't able to really show the dynamic offense. Maybe another voice could have helped him. Use the jab. Cut it off. Do what Abdullah Mason did. Punch to where he's going. Step up your energy. Something to motivate him while tactically making the proper adjustments. And then Barbosa, he looked fucking great. Wow. I mean, I was very, very, very impressed with him. A lot of people, I was surprised, didn't give him a lot of praise, but I thought he looked amazing. Um, I really enjoyed that performance and such a dull night because Rolly was on that fight card too. Um, so yeah, man. Then obviously the Shakur fight, which I kind of touched in. So extremely up, extremely down. Hopefully they figure it out because Teofimo is a very talented fighter. He's was a very, very highly decorated amateur, and he's reached the heights as a pro. So this is a fight to get him another one of these sanctioning body belts. He says he wants to be 3-time lineal, and obviously beating Rolly Romero is a huge step towards that because I think with this win, he will definitely get himself near position to be able to fight number one guy at welterweight, which currently is Devin Haney, which is a fight that was originally supposed to happen last year. But Teofimo Lopez complicated things with his demands. Again, burning a bridge, it seems. But with this win, it puts him in position to where he can get right back to where he claims he wants to be. Lineal champion, third weight class, historical. That's something that is his aim. So beating Rolly Romero will get him there. Raleigh's, man, we've seen kind of a bit of a transformation from a guy that was just overpowering, beating up guys at 135. So as he moved up these last two weight classes, he's been using more of his physical gifts because it's not just his strength and his awkwardness, but he also has athleticism to his game. He's extremely explosive, and each fight you're seeing it being more and more refined. I liked what he's doing against Pitbull. He was using his legs and forcing Isak Cruz to be in position for counter right hands. The issue was he was a little too jittery, I guess, using his legs a little too much, allowing Isak Cruz to build up a little bit of steam to go ahead and land hard punches on him. Some people think that he doesn't have a great chin. He got knocked out by Tank. It was basically a one-hitter quitter. And then Isak Cruz was punching up on him in round one, and then the round that he got stopped. He came back, got a tune-up against Manuel James. I think he went decision. Yeah, Abdullah Mason backed that guy up quick. But we had the fight against Ryan Garcia. He spoiled something we really wanted as boxing fans. That rematch between Ryan and Devin Haney. Him and Salas have really refined his skills to have him more disciplined, to hide more of that explosiveness. because he can punch, he can be quick, and he has really good he has some twitch to him. So it's interesting to see how he's going to look because after building up the momentum off of that big win against Ryan Garcia, he's been absent. He's been on a spiritual journey, but we haven't been able to see how this new Rolly personally is gonna how's that gonna be during a buildup and once he gets within the ring. It's an intriguing fight. Uh, I also want to mention, we don't really know too much about Teofimo's chin. There's a lot of questions about that. Not only does he swell up, but we've seen him dropped against Sandor Martin. I thought it was 2 times. They only gave it. I think they only counted 1 against George Cambosos. Those guys more are counter punchers, but Rolly has those capabilities. He's with again Isma Salas, a decorated Cuban trainer. They can come up with a game punch and use that explosiveness and power to hurt and drop Teo. So it's an intriguing fight. I do favor Teofimo. I just think he's the better fighter. But how he approaches his camp, where he does his camp, I think he needs to get out of South Florida. I think it might be a little too comfortable here. I think he needs to find somewhere else. I don't really have many suggestions, but I mean, the United States is a huge place. Whether it be, I guess he wouldn't want to go to Vegas. This fight would be in Romero's hometown, so it's kind of a homecoming. Get to defend his title at home. Um, but figure something, maybe LA, maybe go back to New York where apparently they have roots. He calls himself Brooklyn born, but he was definitely raised down here in South Florida. Yeah, so I think it'll depend mostly on that, but I think I can count more on Teofimo than I can count on Rolly Romero when it comes to inside that ring. I think he's going to be as focused as he can be as long as his father stays in line. No, 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 I'm not trying to talk down on the dad, but I just think it's apparent. I think it's pretty obvious. If his dad's in line, you get the best Teofimo. If his dad is maybe a little bit off, or he can't rely on his dad to pick him up, then we're gonna get those down. So good fight. Discussing this for a world title, but it's still a fight that I think most of us are being tuned in for and looking for the winner to move on and fight someone like a Devin Haney, or who else is gonna be Keyshawn Davis if those guys fight the winner. Yeah, so we'll see. Thank you for the time, man.
All right, all right. Nike Hendricks, what up?
You got me now?
What up?
Yep. I'm gonna be quick, man. Shout out to Vegas, man. But the caller before Vegas, ain't no way this motherfucker trying to big up Rolly that much just so he can big up Tank. I seen the setup. He was like, yeah, Rolly this, Rolly that, Rolly, and Tank. I said, oh, damn, man. Not this nigga bigging up Rolly, that's the big up Tank. Man, we all know Rolly ain't shit. He lost to Rosso. Like, everybody Rolly, the niggas he beat, got gifted a belt. Ryan. What's the nigga name? He lost the Cruz gifted a belt. Shit. He lost to a lot of motherfuckers, man. Like what, 3 losses? What, he got 2, 3 losses? That 2, I want to say. And certain niggas he beat got gifted a belt. He beat Ryan, gifted a belt. He lost to the nigga, what's his name, gifted a belt. That's what I'm saying, bro. Like, we can't look at this nigga like he that. But I'm gonna keep listening this. I know this wind cutting in like a motherfucker, man. Just try to keep it.
All right, Nike. Yeah, man. Appreciate you getting off quick because that shit was brutal. Brutal, horrible. Very, 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 very bad. Discord available. X Spaces is available. Jesus Christ. Fucking hell. Fucking delivery delays, bro. Man. Son of a. Punch Talk, what up?
Yo,
What up?
am I good?
Yeah.
What's up? Top of the morning, TBV. This Rolly versus Teo fight, bro. It's a good fight. I'm ready for it. August 22nd, Las Vegas. It's gonna be a great fight. Rolly needs this more than Teo. I feel like Teo already established himself. He's known, got a lot of fans. Rolly, still a lot of people calling him out, say that it was a fluke when he fought Ryan. So I want to see him defend that belt and beat Teo, bro. Teo hasn't had a great performance in a minute. That Claggett fight was trash. When he fought Ortiz, it was trash. I wasn't really too big on that Barbosa fight. I feel like Rolly got more power than Teo, especially if Teo coming up from 140. I feel like he could do it. He's only getting better. I feel like he's getting more mature, taking it serious. But then again, Teo's a great fighter too. I think he's quicker than Rolly. He got skill, great footwork. So it's gonna be a good fight. Rolly, he's the Cuban star right now. Lara ain't doing nothing. Morel, Cruz. So Cuban boxing star right now is Rolly, bro. And I feel like it'll be a great press conference when they get up there and they have both their Latin daddies up there and see what they gonna say. You know, maybe we get some shit talking or something in Spanish. So it's gonna be a good fight, and I'm excited for that one. I like both them guys, but I'm rooting for Rolly, bro. I want Rolly to get that W. So let's get it, big dog. Y'all have a good one.
All right. Tito La Voz.
Buenos dias, buenos dias.
What's good?
Shout out to community from Gray Ass, California. Man, so is it official or are we just talking hypothetically here with the
Nah,
Teo
it's
Rolly?
official. August 22nd, T-Mobile.
Shout out to Latino non-Mexican boxing. I fucks with it. So I always err on the side of the blue chip fighter, right? But Rolly has been shown to upset the apple cart, right? So shout out to Vega and what he was talking about, because he basically said everything I had to say, right? But I will say this. Teo don't adjust well. And if his dad is catting off, then he's not going to be able to. I mean, he's never been able to instruct his son on how to make the adjustments. I think that they had a solid game plan with Loma, and they just followed through with it, right? The same instructions he was giving him in the corner with Loma is the same shit he was saying against Sandor Martin, right? The same shit he was talking about, you know, when he was fighting Barbosa. And I believe that his dad's coaching style, if you want to call it that, is giving him an outline of what he should be doing, because he believes that his son like has all the I guess he knows his son's body knows what it's doing, right? So I think he plays it real loose with the instructions, and at this level, I don't think that's what's required, man. You need specific instructions, simple, specific instructions, and his dad can't give him that because his dad learned how to coach off of YouTube. You know, the buildup is gonna be epic. Let me tell you right now, man. The buildup is gonna be crazy because Rolly can't get under Teo's skin, and Teo is just in his own little world. He, you know, and he can't get. I mean, Rolly is in his own little world, and he ain't gonna be affected by none of the shit that he say. But there's gonna be some bombs. There's gonna be some shots fired. Boy, it's gonna be, you know, there's gonna be fur coats and 80 weather degrees. You know what I mean? It's gonna be open chest fucking season. Dude's gonna be catting off heavy, man. That buildup is gonna be fucking epic. The shit talk is gonna be crazy. Now the fight, I don't know, man. I don't know who I want to go with. I'm kind of erring towards the Rolly side only because Tio don't adjust well. But like I said, the blue chip fighter always has the advantage. He has the fundamental. He got the fundamental knowledge of boxing, and you know, this is a great one. Is it gonna be on pay per view or is it gonna be on the Zone? I'm sorry, I tapped in late.
Nah, it's gonna definitely be pay per view on Prime and on the Zone, which is good for the Ultimate package holders.
Oh, so the Zone is teaming up with Prime, huh?
Yep.
I mean, with PBC.
In a way, yeah, because it's gonna be on the Zone. Definitely a
Oh,
promotional partnership.
look at here, man. The promotion that didn't fight on apps. Oh man, that's hilarious. But I think I guess I can attribute that to AB. Hey man, but you know what? Was that Bo Rogers talking about Tank fighting somebody?
I don't know. He didn't really say much about Tank. I don't think. I mean, but yeah, he brought up the split between Devin and Tank. Yes.
Oh, all right. Because I was gonna say, man. I mean, I don't like really talking about other callers' calls, but let's not bring Tink Tink into this because he ain't fighting shit. He ain't fighting no challenges. He talk like he do. He tweet like he do, but you know he too busy getting his hair pressed and his nails fucking painted. So let's leave that guy in oblivion where he belong. He got shit he got to work on. You know, uh, and I hate to bag on him like that, but you know, I was big on him in the beginning. And he just moved hella weird, so I don't fuck with him. He really really showed who he was, man. I guess your mentors matter in this business. You know what I mean? But yeah, man. I mean, it's a great squabble. I think it's gonna be somewhat of a chess match, and let's see if Teal can um deal with Rolly. You know, especially when he gets frustrated because Rolly's the whole strategy got to be to frustrate Teal because once you frustrate Teal in the ring, it's cookies. He don't adjust. He gets stuck in his little fucking. He gets stuck in his head and he flops, man. And he completely flops. So I'm looking forward to it. You said it's October something, October 11th or something like that.
August 22nd.
August 20. Damn, I was way off. August 22nd. Let's go. That's my birthday week too, baby. Leo season. That's my call.
All right, last call for them callers. Last call for them callers. If you're trying to call in, now is the time. Man, thought Tio and my mans were bringing more people. Good fight is announced. What up, JP?
Yeah, I like the fight, but there's a part of this that I'm peeping that I'm a little I feel a type of way about. Now, if we go back to Shakur and Tio, I pointed out that night. Tio Sr. was telling Tio, "You're gonna hate yourself in the morning." Now we all heard Tio Sr. saying, "Hit him! Why aren't you punching him harder? Hit him hard!" and all that kind of Tio Sr. type of bullshit. But in this fight particularly, I read between those lines. And so while Tio Sr. is saying, hit him harder, and he gets Tio in a corner and he looks Tio in the eyes, they looking in the eyes. Tio says, "You're gonna hate yourself in the morning." And if you go back, Tio tweeted that the next morning. I hate myself, if I'm not mistaken, right, Ness?
I don't know about
Um,
that.
I believe so. Okay, we can fact check that. So now Tio's out the camp. I hear my man Vega like, Tio was saying his dad wasn't in the right place that night. That's called a scapegoat for me because Tio Senior, when he was telling him you gonna hate yourself in the morning, because I sent something before the fight. I looked at the face offs and shit, and I'm like, Tio ain't bringing that confidence or moxie or swag when they get face to face. Or is he afraid of them of all things to think? But there's two types of afraid. There's an afraid of something physically, and then there's afraid of something mentally. Let me ask you, like, living growing up in the hood, you would hear about another guy from a different hood. You never seen him do nothing. You never seen him do nothing. You just heard about him. And you when the day you meet him, you kind of intimidated and afraid because his reputation follows him. I feel like Tio got in that ring and didn't try to fight him hard because he was mentally afraid of him. I know it sounds crazy, but this is where you get Tio Senior saying, "Why ain't you hitting him hard?" And this is where you get Tio Senior saying, "You're gonna hate yourself in the morning because you're afraid, and that's stopping you from really trying hard." Sometimes when you're afraid, you won't hit a person hard who's trying to attack you. That's what fear can do. And so now we scapegoating T.O. Senior. I don't like that shit, man. But August 22nd, if it's in Vegas, I'll be at the fight. I do like the fight. Um, and I'll be pulling for Rolly. I don't like scapegoating the father. Shout out Jonathan Sims. He's scapegoating his father here. And I think we've seen the best of you. That's when we say the ghosts have left the building because your ass got out there and lost on some Mike Tyson shit, like Teddy Atlas say. Teddy Atlas says Mike Tyson is 0-5 to him because he lost to everybody who wasn't afraid of him. And that's where that mental stuff comes into this. And that's the weakest point. If a fighter has that in their DNA, then you can never be that guy in my estimation. If that is in your DNA and there's like a thing where you can be mentally beat before the fight ever starts, we got a problem. But yeah, that's a good fight for me, man. I like the style contrast. Should be good. That's my call, bro.
All right. Last call for callers. Last call for callers. Big Boss, what up?
Yeah, I guess nobody ain't really feeling this fight as much as we thought they would. You know what I'm saying? What's interesting though. Like I ain't really mad at this fight. I think me and talked about it before, Mitch, me and other people. Because I know for a fact like Tufan kicked the tires on Tio and all that. So like I said, how Tio thing is, it's always the money thing, and how you was talking about it just now, especially with all the contemporaries. I think Zuffa just probably ain't want to up the scope for Tio as much as he might have wanted. So, Keith Connolly a miracle worker. So, Tio probably came in and like PBC and TGB like, well, I don't know because I don't know if Rolly's actually signed with TGB. I know he's a Warriors fighter though, so Warriors boxing Louis the Cuban Senior and all them stuff. I think he with them, not TGB exactly, but they like shit. Hey, you can take this deal. We was gonna give them. We give you a little what's called a little guarantee. So Tio might look like shit. He might have to take it. I think it's so my thing with this fight, I think it's interesting is the implications. Because shout out to you saying we ain't have nothing, won't have nothing this weekend. We always say hardcore, die hard, all that. Ness. You don't know Money Max McIntyre? Come on, Ness. He only got 10 fights, but he nice though. That's a nice Aussie boxer. He nice for real. He said his favorite fighter Boot, so guess it's kind of telling with the way he fight because he is pretty nice. But implications, I say, is pretty interesting because I think the winner of this fight could lead to who the hell knows if this Ryan and Conor Ben fight finally fully get made, what the hell ever. But then I saw a report earlier this morning that the dude who in charge, I can't remember his name. I know you'll probably know his name. Who in charge of main event? He is planning George Kambosos against Liam Potter. I said, this damn George Kambosos boy, his team is like Robson Conceição team. Don't get him some goddamn title shots, boy. I tell you that. Because that's one I ain't expecting to see coming. But, I know George Kambosos, he fought T.O. and he beat him, obviously, as IBF Mando. Had beat former IBF champion Mickey Bay. He fought for the IBF again when he fought Loma. So, I guess the IBF just scratching his back because hell, he been scratching theirs. Like you always say, I done made y'all money, now y'all make me money. But yeah, I think that's what's kind of interesting with this fight when it comes to these quote unquote implications. Me personally, I think Tio gonna win. I think can't remember who was talking about. I think it might have been Bo Rogers or something like that. A lot of people are just they always distant on fighters when they lose to another fighter that's real good and stuff, and I just don't be understanding that because before Shakur had fought Tio looked real good against Barboza. Obviously we know Barboza isn't a Shakur previously, but You know, you lost to a multi-division champion, a pound for pound fighter. You know, it's no shame in that. And I did hear what I think Tito Lavos was saying and all that stuff, and I heard what Vega was saying and all that. And yeah, they right, and it's crazy because I'm like, it is a mental thing, you know. Even the caller before me just now, it is a mental thing because I even tagged Shakur and I'm like, this is stuff that I see what fighters and fans and stuff be saying when it piss you off because on that Daily Mail interview Tio did last week, he was wild. That shit was just, it was a 30-minute interview, 15 minutes to that shit was excuses. I ain't want to do my, I ain't want to do my fight in my camp in Florida. But it's crazy because Steele was the one who said at first he wanted to work with Stacey McKinley. Then he said when Shakur and them gave his dad the bottle or whatever, they said he was too late because his dad was already drunk. He said the night before the fight he was crying to his mom at dinner. Basically, it sounded like the same thing he was saying before he was supposed to fight Devin. He was like, was crying before the day before he was going to fight Shakur, and then he was thinking he shouldn't have took the fight, but he was like, because he had a mental feeling of he didn't know what was to come, but it felt like it was what was coming. And then all the stuff like I said, call before me, it just said he gonna hate himself and how he do hate himself, and I'm just like, it just shit just sound like excuses to me. Which we know that's how it is with Tio, because that's how he was. He was bitter in his loss against Cambosis. I get it, it was a split decision, but I do think he rightfully lost. So I don't know. Let's hope he got his mental and all that right together here. Because like I said, I do think personally that he should be rolling. And yeah, I am one of them. You know, we always discussing this. I don't think that sparring exactly matters, but it is interesting. I remember when Ryo, remember a couple weeks ago when he had fought De Los Santos, he said, you know, you always just remember that one person who hit you in your shit real crazy. He was like, De Los Santos ain't never in his life been hitting this shit the way I hit him. He'll never forget that. Granted, I know Ryo had got knocked out himself, but you know, like he said, we don't see him sparring footages. Rolly ran through that whole damn TMT gym out there, you know, pinging every damn body around him. And DTO was one of them. So we got to see, man. 'Cause I know Rolly ain't fought in a year itself. So, but I think they said a press conference, first press conference for Thursday or something. So we'll see if they get it popping. You know, 'cause I know they was quote unquote friends, but you know, ain't no telling. So hopefully you get some more calls. I see Bo Rogers back on the line. So shout out to Bo Rogers. But other than that, that's it. Appreciate you, man.
Well, Rogers better send that counter punch or sit there. What up, Cashman P?
Yeah,
Yo.
yeah, man. I kind of feel like this is a big fight, but it's taken away a little bit just because of T.O. coming off of a loss. I kind of feel like if T.O. would have came off of a dub or a couple dubs, then it'd be a lot more momentum with it. You feel me? But I mean, it's a good fight at the end of the day. T.O. should wash him, but Broly definitely got a real good chance to beat him. Especially seeing how he did Ryan the last time he fought Ryan. He definitely got a shot, but I think T.O. should wash him just because of his foot movement and his IQ and all that. Yeah, man. What else? What else was on the topic today, Ness? I missed a lot.
That's it.
That's it.
That's it. T.O. Rolly is a good fight. Shit official.
Nah, yeah, it's a good fight. I just wish
shit crazy.
I just wish T.O. came. Go ahead. What were you saying?
It's crazy that y'all don't like it.
No, I like it. I like it. I just wish T.O. came off of a dub. You know what I'm saying? But it doesn't matter. It is what it is. It's still a good fight. But just the looks of it, nigga. How you just lose a title, nigga, and then go straight to another title? It just looks off. You know what? It just looks handed to him.
Yeah, I mean.
But at the end of the day, he got a big ass name, so you can't
that's
do nothing
this
about
fucking
that.
Sport, though.
Yeah. But I mean, that's all I gotta say on it. You know what I'm saying? I'm still tune in. You feel me? And that's it for me. All right.
Last call for them callers. Last call. We were supposed to get Gary Antoine in 30 minutes. I mean, in 10 minutes, but you know how that be. He say 10:30 and don't show up. Big Conroy, what up?
Yo, you can hear me?
Yes, sir.
Trying to keep the show going, man. I'm at work right now. Hard to talk, but I'm trying to keep the show going. You said you had Gary Antoine Russell about to have an interview with him?
He's supposed to come on, yeah.
Yeah, we need to have people calling in so we can have them coming on. I ain't trying to have the show end yet, but as far as the topic, it's a good fight. I think it's a great fight. I mean, I know some people were saying like Rolly is developing a little better with like his technical skills. You know what I mean? He's gotten better from 135. He fought better at 140. Now he fights better. And had a great fight against Ryan, but he has been at the ring a while. I think I don't know. I just don't think that's enough for just to him to just rely on his power with Tio. He lost his core, but of course pound for pound one of the best in the game right now. So I mean, I don't think um what you call Rolly has the skills like that to be able to pack up Tio. But I mean it's all right. I mean we don't got nothing about like the undercard or anything, right? We just got this was confirmed.
Yeah, just this confirmed.
Yeah, it's a good fight. I think it's a good fight. I mean, I don't. I got Tio. I got Tio winning. I don't know 9-3. That's no, I wouldn't say crazy. I would say yeah, something like 7-5. I would say for Tio. I think Tio has it. And then yeah, I don't think we got shit the rest of this month, right? Ness, I don't think we got shit.
Definitely not this weekend.
Oh,
Shit
we got
ass.
Arrow the end of this month, right?
Yeah.
Oh no, he's like fighting
He's next.
Australia though. That's like
His July though. End of July, 24th.
yeah, end of July.
So it's this month, just like 3 weeks.
Yeah, we really don't got shit. I didn't realize how. Damn, it's July 7th. I didn't even see how like Juno was in July. I thought we were like, I don't know. Time's all fucked up. I just came out from vacation. Yeah, we need to keep the show running, y'all. Try to get this interview going. Call in, man. Bro, I appreciate it, Ness. We're gonna get busy today in the gym.
All right. Nas, what up?
Yo,
What up?
what's up, man? I ain't even catch it. What's up? Well, first of all, thanks for the topic and all that. I ain't catch the whole monologue, but you know, I see the topic is Roly Tio. Look, this a fight that you know, shoot, I'm excited for it. Um, I still like Tio, you know what I'm saying? He let me down when he went up against Shakur. Where was the power? His dad wasn't lying. See, y'all be mad at these dads for the real shit they be saying, but he ain't fucking lied to him in that corner. You know what I'm saying? So, uh, but it's gonna be the same situation when he fight Rolly. Where is the power? The shit gonna be in the other corner. You know what I'm saying? I just don't think. I think Tio's a good boxer. Um, you know, he was elite that night. He beat Loma. He was boxing on the A level that night. He beat Loma, but I honestly I just don't think he. I don't look. He gonna get beat by Rolly, right? Rolly got A+ power, B level boxing skills, and I feel like him and To is like on B level boxers, but the man with power gonna win. That's just how I see it. You know what I'm saying? The up and down of To, yeah, that you could say that, but he just the I think Rolly just is becoming a better man, right? Like as the careers move forward, uh, somebody gonna be better, somebody gonna be worse. I think To, uh, his best days are at that lower weight classes, 140, 135, like they back down there. I think Rolly is about to get another defense, and then at that point, you know, Haney really should want to make that fight, right? I don't understand. Well, it was money, but get these guys up out of here if you Haney, right? Don't let these. I mean, I guess it's good these guys building up their resume, so whenever they do fight, it'll be better. But I wish Haney was getting this fight. Make a long story short, right? Um, besides that, what's on the undercard, Ness? You
Man,
don't know
they
that
just
yet?
announced this. We ain't gonna get no undercard announcement yet.
all right. When this fight supposed to take place? I
August
missed the monologue.
22nd,
Okay.
T-Mobile, Las Vegas.
Okay. All right. Well, definitely ain't going to this joint. You know, hey, it is what it is. If it was on the East Coast, I might have slid out there, but nah, I'm not going out Vegas for Rolly T.O. Unless let me keep it real, yo.
That's crazy. What
Depending,
is wrong with Rolly T? Those two big names.
it is
How
two big
much how
names.
much bigger it gotta get for y'all to come out?
All right, you know what? You know what? If I was on the West Coast, I would be there. But catching a flight and getting the hotel, bro, that's a lot for To. And it's not because he coming off a loss. It's because that piss poor performance that he gave against Shakur. Like I don't know if he didn't lay down against Shakur. He didn't lay down, but bro, you don't need in my opinion, you don't need a corner to make an adjustment. You in there getting your ass whipped. You know what I'm saying? Switch it up. So I don't know. Hopefully he don't. Hopefully it's not the same thing against Rolly, right? Because I seen Ryan Garcia do it. I seen Ryan Garcia come in there with a game plan against Rolly, get dropped, and then roll over. So hey, I'm just trying to keep the show going because oh, you know what? Let me ask you this question before I go, right? And I'm gonna send some money, and maybe it's a dumb question, but I just want to because I hear a lot of people talk about it at 147 and a lot of different divisions. And that's what is a weak champion in your opinion? What is a weak champion?
Mm. What is a weak champion? I mean, it's better to point to one.
Damn, go ahead, man. Just get an example.
I mean, let me see. Oh well, I mean, look, Crocker was a weak champion, right? He didn't even defend his belt.
Okay,
But
okay,
but
I
I
guess.
thought he won, so that's not a great example. I thought he won. I don't know what the fuck happened there. That shit crazy. But who else?
Yeah.
Who else? Weak champion? I mean, some might perceive Jaime as a weak champion.
Okay, I mean, it's different when you start naming guys, I guess. But I
It's
don't know. Like,
easier. It's easier because it's such a blanketed statement. But like Josh Kelly could be considered a weak champion, even though some might now have him, solidify because of the Bakram win.
okay, well, yeah. I mean, and I guess that's the best way to talk about it, right? But naming names because the next question would be, okay, if somebody perceived as a weak champion, well, what can they do, right? If it like, and the reason I say this, we talking about the 147 division, and people say it's weak champions in the division. Okay, if it's weak champions, what can they do to not be weak anymore, right? And what does it mean beating a weak champion? And so I just question that shit at
What
147.
what could they do? They got to get a good win. Like Ryan could be considered a weak champion in the eyes of hardcores. Why? Because he cheated Devin. He lost to Tank. He lost to Rolly. He beat Barrios, who already was considered a weak champion. Barrios
Okay,
had
I
four
mean,
draws, so it's like you ain't even get a win. The last win you got was Ugas. Then you just been drawn up, and then Ryan beat you, so Ryan could be considered weak. You quit on a body shot. You cheated Devin. You lost to Ryan Roley and cried, and then you beat a weak champion.
hey, look, I'm not here to. I'm here to gain your opinion because I'm trying to I'm trying to figure it out for myself, right? I don't like the. I don't like the. It is what it is, though, right? This shit been boxing been around longer than me. Been before me. These fans been around, so I don't know. I just don't like the notion of weak champion. But when you start talking about it, put it like that. I mean, shit. You know, I ain't about to
I
hold
mean,
water for Ryan Garcia.
it's certainly some people, that think like that in terms of, Ryan and certain other champs. That's just like how it go.
Yeah. But again, I'm just trying to keep the show going, and I'm gonna send my five if you could, and
Hey, I got
remember
a bunch
to
of callers.
yeah,
They,
ask no, I'm talking about ask Gary Antoine and maybe the same thing if the conversation get there. I'm gonna send five anyway. But thanks, Ness, for the time, and y'all keep it going till Gary come in this motherfucker, and even after that. All right, yo.
All right. Tito Lavos counterpunch for Bo cheap ass Rogers. That was on the line, but he was trying to get on for free. Pat Bandero.
Hey, Ness, you can hear me?
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to you, Ness, for rocking out. I'm at work, so I cannot be too long. But yeah, man. Yo, I ain't gonna lie. This is a high-profile fight because obviously of the names. But if you really, if I'm really looking at how these guys operate, I feel like it's a good call from a Nas, the narrator, the previous caller. Uh, I believe these are both weak ass champion to me, in my opinion. I know Tio is like, he was good at 135, but he really dipped. I mean, he got packed up by
Bro, weak
Cambosos.
ass champions is very harsh.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you why though. It's not because like obviously they are champions, but how long Rolly hasn't been defending his belt, right? How long what about Tio performances? Yeah, people saying that he looks good against what's his name? At 140, what was his name in New York? Who just moved up to 147? Arnold Barbosa. They say he looked good, but if you really look at the fight, the only reason why they say he looked good is because all the other fights were boring. But if you really look at that fight, he didn't. He wasn't that great. And then previous to that, like his last fight that he looked all right, it was against what's his name, the Scottish guy. But that Scottish guy had already 1 foot out of out of boxing. Like he was first of all at 140 was still drained. He was drained at 140, and then when he like started to like try to go at 147, he was gone. You could see it was like it wasn't the same Josh Taylor that we know. And also against Sandor Martin, I had him losing that fight. So since 140, like Tio was this last fight he was looking good was against the Ukrainian dude. So that's why I agree with Nas. But as far as like those two fighters, one is coming out of a loss. He's getting a title shot, and one's been sleeping on his belt for like it must be at least a year now. So that's why I'm saying like as a weak ass champion. I'm not saying like they obviously I
Yeah,
respect all
but
the boxers.
technically Rolly's been out of the ring a year trying to get a big fight. He don't want to fight Jack Catterall. He don't want to fight
Yeah, but
whatever other little itty bitty
yeah,
name. He been trying to do
but
big fights. He's only been in promotions, negotiations with big fights. But this is Mr. Antoine Russell. Put your questions in
all
the
right, champ.
comments because we got no post for him.
All right, champ. Appreciate you.
Champ, what it do?
Yeah, I got me. Golly. I'm like, hold on now. I know I did this thing right.
Nah, you did it right. You with us. You with us. How you feeling?
Man, feeling godly. I'm here for another day.
I appreciate you taking out the time to rock out with us. So I feel like you're on a media tour. You've been doing quite a few interviews. Is there a message you're trying to get out? Is there something you feel that you need the people to hear? Um,
It
yeah,
all
or am I
it's
wrong?
always something that need to get out there, because the boxing world is like ever forever that everlasting going on. And it's just like those who don't know. Some situations you got a lot of media just stirring up stuff versus hearing it straight from the horse's mouth. So yeah, honestly, me, I just want to get these fights going. I'm a world champion. I'm definitely striving to be undisputed. That's always been a goal. And I fought my mandatory. So a lot of people right now, they even got other plans in store, like Shakur Stevenson. He's in my division, but he got something coming up that's real big. And my last interview, I was telling people like, ain't nobody scared to fight him. Shakur himself came out and said, Gary Antoine Russell ain't scared to fight. That's never been the case. We done got some work several times for free, so it ain't no scared in them. You know, just to set the record straight to the media. But Teofimo Lopez, he got something coming up. Who else? The other fighters that was in my division, like Richard Hitchens, he moved over to Zuffa, moved up in weight class. You know, so Dalton Smith, he was on my hit list. He wound up getting injured, so hopefully, fingers crossed, he'll take this fight instead of fighting Alberto Pollo, you know, in the future, because I want to unify. But other than that, other than any of the champions, give me someone that is like a mandatory or have the top credential that's going to make business good and the fans happy when they see the matchup. That's it. That's all. I threw out Vargas. You know, Vargas, brother, he once said something about me on Twitter a little while back. And he was like, man, like I can beat him. He's slow. Gary has to wrestle slow. I'm like, okay, I would gladly take that offer. O'Shaquie Foster, he was saying some stuff, you know. So he move up, get his feet wet. I put the pause on him. I would take that offer. So that's mainly been my trajectory as far as what I'm trying to get people to understand. And the facts in it all, of it all is like, come on now, y'all expect me to fight somebody that's a nobody, that's not even ranked in my division. If it is somebody that's not ranked in my division, let them be somebody that is known. Let them have the stellar credentials. And don't forget that I'm a world-class fighter. I'm a world champion. So give me my just due. Give me what I deserve. And I'm standing on that, you know. Ain't no scared stuff nowhere.
I think the scared stuff started from, you know, that first interview you did where you said you wanted to leave Shakur for last. Then you doubled down on that with Mill City. I feel like this the first time you saying now that Shakur has a fight, and that's why it can't happen now. But, you know, from what I've seen, you've always wanted him to be last. So that's where people getting that impression from, because there was a time where he was free and you were free. You know, before the whole Devin and Zuffa thing, there was no fight for Shakur. Until this day, he don't got a fight. I mean, you might know some inside info, because we see Dan Rayfield reporting that he's supposed to sign a Zuffa, but it hasn't officially been announced just yet.
Listen, I never said that he has a fight. I said he has a plan.
No, today you ain't say the word fight. You say he got something big coming up. Big.
Mm-hmm.
And you double down on the word big. That's all.
Right. Big. He got a plan, and he gonna stick to it. And I don't blame him, because what people fail to realize as well is that this is a business. This is our livelihood. This is business. The show side and it's a business side. The difference is you got some fighters who's all about business versus still having the love and joy for the sport and the art of it. But those who still have a lot of love for the sport and honor the arts of it all, it comes across like, oh, these guys willing to fight anybody. Oh, these guys, yes, we willing to fight. But there is a business side. You know what I mean? We do this to feed the mouths of our families and stuff like that. People forget that. They just want to see blood and sweat and tears and a great show, which I'm gladly to give. But come on, man. Don't be so narrow-minded.
So I do want to get out the way, because obviously your brother, he's kind of put that in the universe in the sense that, like, he only fought once a year. That's happening to you not by design. You're not like your brother. You want to fight more than once per year, or you're comfortable with once per year.
Honestly, it is like that. Like my brother, he was comfortable fighting more than one time a year as well, but people were scared of him. Lamont Roach was scared of him. He wasn't trying to fight him. I want to say it was something about him and O'Shaquie, and now it's something going on with him and what's the kid that's about to fight? Shucks. What's his name? Not Fulton. Not Stephen Fulton. It was good golly, I can't get his name. I cannot get his name right now, and it's a buzz going on so heavy about it. I gotta forgive me for the brain fart. It's gonna come to me. It's gonna come to me. It's gonna come to me. As a matter of fact.
But to
Anywho,
be clear, you
people
want to
ducking him.
fight. It's
People
just they
ducking him.
not getting you to fight, or you can't get people to sign the fight.
People ducking. Yeah. And then they come across like, oh, I'm doing the best for my career. I'm making the best decision for my career on a business side. So people, since we're talking about doubling down, people doubling down being business savvy with their career, which is good. But sometimes it can be hindering to the sport more than it is helping it. Because now you're not seeing nobody really fight. The champion's supposed to fight the champions. And that's that. Those who are top contenders or the mandatories, yes, those champions sometimes got to fight them because they mandatories. You got to defend your title, and those mandatories they work their way up the ladder to get that position. So I feel like if you're not fighting a world class champion, someone with a belt already, you should be fighting a mandatory. Someone that climbed that ladder, and that's Schofield. That's his name, Schofield. He's running from my brother, Schofield. Hey,
It, since it's hard for you to get fights, is Zuffa something you considered because they don't really give you them options, right? It's like this is who you're fighting, and that's who you're fighting.
nah, staying with PBC. Come on now.
I'm just asking because you
I
ain't
know.
even you ain't never even been home. You ain't never get no hometown main event. Just
All right.
saying.
So
There's
off
plenty
the
of
record,
fighters.
off,
There's
off.
plenty of fighters that they win that. Look at Abdullah. Just won that title. Went home. Keyshawn went home. Shakur went home. Devin went home. I mean, the list goes on and on. Gary,
Yeah.
your brother, never been home, and he was a champ before you, defending multiple
Now
times.
he has.
They be
Escadon
acting
and Jojo
funny.
Diaz. Escadon and Jojo Diaz. So another thing, home. The venues are small. Like I said, it's still a business. It's a show side and a business side. The venues out there is small. Well,
Yeah,
we
but
got
we
the
never
MGM.
seen what you could do. MGM Grand is 3,000. Let's see, can you get that? We don't know, can you get that? And then if you can get that, go with Lamont for Amir Khan at. That's nice and big. I was there. That was a lot of people there. That's too far from you?
It's a
Don't feel
Lamont.
don't feel disrespected because I said that.
Nah.
It's just the truth.
I'm
It's
just
just the
saying.
truth.
I'm
You
just
you
saying.
haven't been the main
Look,
event for us to see your ticket sales yet.
when I wasn't even main event, and I fought at the MGM, and it was packed out. And majority of the people that was there was for me.
I hear you. I mean, look, I'm gonna give you a perfect example. You would think Virgil's a good ticket seller. Ortiz. I mean, he ain't do over 4,000, and that was with Lubin. Yeah, that's what I'm telling you. This shit ain't easy out here. That 9,000 Abdullah did, that's impressive. That 10,000 that Keyshawn could do, impressive. But look at Tio and Loma. They did 7 together. It took Tio and Shakur to do 20. Numbers ain't no game. It's serious out here on these ticket streets. I'll be
You
telling
ain't
people when
lying.
Tim Bradley was a main event, he couldn't do 2,000 in Palm Springs, where he from out there. It took him to get with real names to be able to sell. Like, ticket sales is tough. I mean, look at Ryan. He did like 1.2 million with man, what's that guy dude from Ghana name? Augustus? No, wrong guy. To go. So that's impressive. This guy's from Ghana. Nobody's ever heard of him. Yeah, he was undefeated, but like, you bring him to San Antonio. You're not even from San Antonio. You're from Victorville. You
Right.
do a gate of over $1 million. You're doing good. Xander's another one. He
Nah,
just did $1 million in Puerto Rico.
that's real. That's real. Numbers don't lie. Numbers don't lie.
Cause
So
look at
yeah, I
Boots.
feel you on that.
They catering the Boots, right? They took him to Brooklyn. They took him to AC. They took him to Philly. I'm just saying, we need PBC to bring you home. Nobody want to fight you. Give you somebody that you can, showcase at home. And And now we see if you would draw. Because look, when Boots did the 14,100 with Avanezen, now Matchroom like, okay, we could put money behind you. And we seen the big negotiation with him and Brian Norman. They got all the way up to giving Brian 1.7. So when you can sell, shit changes. It's easy to get a fight when you can sell because you bring money to the table.
Makes sense all the way. Then that's what it be about. But at the same time, like I said, it can hinder business if you just strictly business. But you got to be on some business type time like that. You know what I mean? But yeah, you right. You ain't say nothing wrong.
I could see PBC giving you Kevin Brown. Have you ever watched him? Because he works with Box Lab Promotions, which is also with Warriors. Louis DeCuba's dad. You work with Louis DeCuba's Jr. And you're number one in the WBA. Nobody's ever heard of him. I don't know who is Kytron Argabog. Maybe Argabob. I don't know. So I'm assuming they won't, because the next guy is Kevin, who you guys have a relationship with. Then it's Duarte, which would be across the street, PBC, DAZN, and Golden Boy. Then Hidioka again, who, man, that was a great fight. That was a great fight, but I'm sure you don't want to go right back into a direct fight with him without an in-between. That would be unfair. But, yeah, rankings-wise, it's not a lot of people there for you, like with a name, you feel me? Because even underneath number 5, Hovanesian, Bakakov, then Jose Nunez. I never even heard of Nunez. I do know John Orby, then Frank Martin. But I'm hearing you ain't gonna get Martin. Martin sailed. I heard Martin sailed. I heard Martin sailed.
Look, this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna come up with a roster. Those who are not champions.
You gotta come up with a list. Just like
I'm
the
gonna come up with a roster because I'm over here. Look, man, Vargas, give me a champion.
Nah. Listen. If you gonna give Vargas a shot, let's ask for Tito Mercado. He's a free agent. And he's more advanced than Vargas. He got more champions under. Yeah, he beat Jason Velez. I mean, look at his resume, bro. He's been in better fights and he's higher ranked. And I think he's a tougher fight. He's a natural.
Tito Lovato.
No, Mercado.
Oh, Mercado. Tito Mercado. I got you.
Yeah.
I got you. I'm gonna look him up. I'm gonna come up with a little underdog list.
Yeah.
Those who try and climb the ladder. And before you know it, I'm gonna throw one of them out of none of the champions are trying to take.
Look, you could always give Puello a rematch. He beat you.
Man, that man didn't really beat me, man. And I always say
more reason to boom, hit the nail on the coffin and just dead that. You could bring him back home. He from PBC. You could be like, look, let's give him a rematch and come home.
Rematch him anyway. I said I was gonna rematch him anyway.
I mean, I like the Tito fight better than that, but Puello's, he's a former champion. He's good.
Man, he's okay.
He ain't got the fan base. I ain't gonna front. He don't got the fan base. And Tito probably don't either unless you go into the West Coast. Tito is from like Pomona or something like that. He sells all right. His father somehow been able to get him big names on their own dollar. I'm telling you, they did a fight in Nicaragua with Dardondini. His resume got the kid Shakur fought. Nakatilia, he knocked him out. Shakur didn't. He knocked him out. He knocked out Jason Velez. He knocked out Hank Lundy. And he knocked out Lundy before Kurt Scooby and didn't get ranked. And Scooby did because Scooby was with OTX. His father doing it on the muscle off TV. So it's like the rankings is disrespecting him. Then he got with Matchroom, got signed, but I don't know. Them fights was weird. He knocked out Antonio Moran, common opponent with Devin Haney. Moran, go watch the fight with Jermaine Ortiz. That was a tough fight with Moran. So I ain't saying he not ready for you. But if you going to give the kid Emiliano, he really not ready. Like, he's really, no disrespect, Emiliano, I fuck with you. But come on.
Right, let it be known. Let it be known you ain't disrespecting nobody.
No, I'm not. It's just like you.
I'm listening to these names, though, because
I'm waiting for him to fight. He wanted George Kambosos.
I
Like
didn't know. I
imagine
don't even hear these names.
imagine you asking for George Kambosos and they throw you in there with Gary Antoine Russell. That shit ain't right. You asking for a former champ that's, been knocked out twice now, and they throw, you a tough fight and you hit hard. Like
So what if I was to call Gambosa's out? Would that be wrong?
you, I mean, I would not be mad if you going home, but if you calling him out just to give him a title shot, that's crazy right now. Cause look, he already in negotiations allegedly with Bottle. They about to do it Australia. He gonna get a shot anyway. That man, he money. He bring money somehow. He getting a shot that with Liam Bottle, who just beat the IBF welterweight champ Lewis Crocker. I mean, it's just Adam Azim. If you the UK will give you money. Who is Azim signed to? I think he with Frank Warren. He'll offer you some money, but you want to go over there. And he ain't ready for you either. But he looked like he punching. He hurt Scooby.
But honestly, everybody punching with those 8-ounce gloves on, fresh 8-ounce gloves.
Yeah,
Come
well,
on,
he might be
everybody
punching a little bit more than regular. I mean again, and in most of these names, bro, you got to be the A side. Like, look, Sandor would be a good name. He beat Mikey. Devin dropped his belt instead of fighting him. He dropped Tio 2 times, arguably 3 in that fight. But somebody got to put the money up for Sandor, and
You
he's
talking
not
about
a
Sandor
name.
Martin?
Talking about Sandor Martin.
Sandor Martin, he is a name. He's a name that's known. He had upset some fighters.
Yeah, he upset
Kind of
Mikey,
like
but
blemished their
it's
career.
just.
You know what I'm saying?
But it's been a while. Like me and you know that because we, you know what I'm saying?
In it,
Is
yeah.
the casuals gonna know? That's the issue. But I like
Okay.
that you open, man. I
Okay.
hope they do something, man, because
Oh no, they
man.
are. They are. We cooking right now, so don't even
Okay.
trip.
Okay.
Don't even trip, man. I'm very patient.
So
You know,
summertime, or do we gotta start looking for like hoodies and spring jackets? I mean, winter jackets.
honestly, look, these are hoodies and spring jackets. Man. Honestly, I wish I could give you that info.
Oh shit! Right when we was about to get the info, they get him with the "you better not call." That's that "you better not call."
Am I back? Am I
Yeah,
back?
yeah,
I don't
yeah.
know what's going on. Okay. Unfortunately, I gotta get the information that I need to give y'all some thorough guidance. I'm not about to be out here, telling y'all something that it ain't.
Yeah.
So just be patient.
Nah, it's all good. We could pivot. Did you watch the Zuffa card with Rayo and Edwin, both former PBCs? Obviously, you beat Rayo for the world title. Did you watch his fight or just catch highlights?
Yeah, nah. I watched it. It was pretty good. It wasn't long, it was 2 rounds. You know what I'm saying? So I already gave a shout out to him. I said congratulations for, showing a champion mentality and bouncing back like how I knew he would and stuff like that. Most people, they take losses and they hold that to their heart and even make or break them. You know what I mean? I see that he came out like a bat out of hell, made sure that he made a statement against a guy that he lost to, got knocked out by, now he come and knock this same guy back out. You know what I mean? That's a statement to me. I congratulated him already for, showing a lot of grit, and poise about the situation, because he could have just went there being reckless, but he didn't. He got the job done.
Yeah, man, he looked good. Good for you too. You know what I mean? You want those champions you beat to bounce back, and if he can, become a 2-time, that only makes your resume even better.
Even better. That's what I'm saying. So I'm like, keep going. And he wound up saying something to Shakur Stevenson, like, man, look, I want to fight Shakur.
I
What's
was
up?
gonna
Shakur
go
was
there.
like,
That's what he
man,
said.
what?
That.
Yeah, he was like, what? Why fight you? I rather fight Gary Antoine for all of that. And then I said something towards that because I thought Shakur was calling me out, but it was Jai, like, he was sunning Ryo. That's all.
Yeah.
He peoned
But
Ryo, basically.
how you think Rayo would do? Because I mean, Shakur's looking at it like triangle theory, and we both know that don't exist. Just because you beat Rayo don't mean he could beat Rayo.
I don't even think he's looking at it like that. You know, he's like I said, he got something big in store for him. They've been on a scrapboard, jotting down things that they're going to accomplish. And right now, dealing with a Rayo be backpedaling.
I hear
You
you.
know what I mean? So it wouldn't make sense. And that's why I said he was just like Son and Rayo, peoning him. Like, man, why fight you? For all that, I could afford Gary Answan if that's the case. But I ain't doing that. I got stuff in store for my career. And I'm going this direction. I'm not backpedaling. That's basically what he's saying, in other words. And I don't blame him. I don't blame him.
How's the weight? Is it a thing where maybe you could go down to catch people or up to box someone in since it's all that 40?
I could. I really could. I really could. But you
Which
gotta realize
direction,
my
up or
brother,
down?
I can go either or.
Oh, wow.
But 35, my brother taking that. My brother taking that. And right now, like people they running from me. They talking about me at 35. But when they come up to 40, it's a hassle. They probably get one fight at 40, lose, and stuff like that. And then they want to call me out after they lose. Like, come on, you didn't even make your mark at 40. You trying to call me out. Basically, same thing with Shakur said. Why fight you and I can fight this dude? You ain't even made no mark at 40. And that goes out to Lamont Roach, because Lamont Roach was calling me out. And I said, if you beat Pitbull, I'll take your next fight. I'll be your next opponent. If you won. Because
Did
he
you
was
think
trying to
he
play
won?
with me.
Because it was a draw.
Nah,
Did you?
I ain't think he won. But hey, he got the draw. Take the draw back to the city. I told him it'd be best if he fought my brother at 35. They would have did numbers. But he was trying to say some stuff that sounded good, and he was like, nah, I don't want to fight your brother here. Your brother old, your brother this, your brother that. To this day, my brother got the fastest hands in boxing. The longest reigning WBC champion in history thus far. Talking about having names under your belt. That was the perfect candidate for you. If he's old, show him that he old, then wash him up. He know he can't. That wasn't the case. That wasn't the case.
Yeah,
You know,
man. I
so
thought Gary beat Mark Marciaga with one hand, bro.
everybody did. But hey,
That was wild.
I feel like that was a situation of you gotta break a few eggs and make an omelet. But hey, shit. That's why I honestly say I would go over to UK to fight Dalton Smith. I'll do what Earl Spence did. I go over there like how he did Kell Brook. I go to UK, bring that belt back over here. Go ahead and rehab your little wounds real fast. Once you heal up and you feel back good and new, take my offer. I come over there in your backyard.
Got to get Louis DeCubas, man. Him and Eddie got a good relationship. That's something definitely that could happen. You know, they
Yeah,
always want an American to cross the pond.
I'm telling you. I'm telling you. But nah, that's pretty much been the main thing. But
What's your thoughts on Oscar Duarte? Is that a fight you like? Obviously, you know, he had a lot to say
Oscar,
about
I
Hitchens.
think I think I heard. Yeah, I heard. Yeah,
That was the guy that was the
shut
guy
the
that.
fuck up, pussy.
Yep.
Oh man. Honestly, that would be a good fight because of the styles. Like stylistically, the matchup would definitely be appealing to the fans. But that would be me working backwards. That would be me working backwards. Like I said, you're not a mandatory that one at the top of the list of top contenders. It would be foolish to not. I mean, to deal with you if you're not one of those type of bracket members. Like, it would be foolish for me to mess with you because that's me working backwards.
You spoke about
Literally.
Earl going to another country. He's doing it again. This time to Australia. Went to the UK to get his first title, and now on this return comeback fight, he's going to Australia. What do you think about that fight? What do you think about him going on the road, and does he come back with the win in your opinion?
Man. So I gave a prediction. I said, man, look, I'm going with Earl. I'm going with Earl because I feel like he got more fundamentals to him than Tim. Now, don't get me wrong. Tim is a bricklayer. I don't care how many times he lost. He still got dumbbells in both hands. And he's eager to win right now. He has some losses, so he want to bounce back. I'm pretty sure they both trying to prove themselves. But stylistic wise, who got more in their arsenal? I feel like Earl got more in his arsenal. The only thing that kind of shake me up a little bit about Earl is how much did he bounce back from that accident mentally. Like Tim Zoo, through and through, he's going to come to fight. He don't care about no. Even when he had that gash in his head against Fundor, rumbling through and through. The next time, rumbling through and through. He got hurt, lost, but still, his main motive was, I'm about to go break this dude. Sometimes some lucky shots just land, and that's what it was. He got caught with some stupid shots, and it ended the fight. But he's coming to dominate. Every time he comes to fight, he coming to hurt you. And I don't want Earl getting caught with nothing because Terrence Crawford showed that I can penetrate your little defensive armor, your defensive style, because right now you a little too slow for me. Tim Zoo ain't as fast as Terrence Crawford. Isn't as creative with combination as Terrence Crawford. Nor the IQ. Terrence he rangy and stuff like that, and he used that to his advantage. And he go both ways. Like he can go southpaw or orthodox. Tim Zoo, he can't do that. He got more in his arsenal than Tim Zoo. So as far as comparison, I'm just saying on the surface, he's not as fast as Terrence Crawford. Tim Zoo isn't. He's not as creative as Terrence Crawford. Tim Zoo isn't. But he is strong. He is going to bring enough pressure to get close to his man. He's not scared to get hit. And he do have some skills. I don't think it can be matched by Earl, but it don't take much. It do not take much. Earl can just make one wrong move, and Tim Zoo will make him pay. I'm telling you, this is one of those matchups, almost like Javon Boots, Ennis, and Xander. Xander was just young. He hasn't been around the block enough. And Boots, his God-given athleticism, kind of like just took the cake. He was able to strive away from Xander, but Xander hurt him. Boots bounced back because he's more familiarized with how you supposed to deal with certain situations. He was more poised. He's more mature when it comes to situations like that than Xander is. It's the same kind of matchup. Xander had a puncher's chance. He came in shape, punches and bunches and stuff like that. And he's textbook good. No disrespect to his style, but he's textbook good. When Boots got stuff that you can't teach. Same thing with Tim Zoo. Tim Zoo is textbook good. Earl, I feel like he been around the block enough to the point he know his shit when he's in a jam. He can pull himself out of it. That's how I feel about that matchup. So it's a seesaw type of decision, but I'm going with Earl because Earl always been my man, and I don't want him to get hurt with nothing stupid. If he don't get hurt with nothing stupid, he gonna win this fight easy.
Yeah, man. Great breakdown. I appreciate it. I definitely agree with a lot of it. It's just hard to pick Earl off of a 3-year layoff.
What? Come on now.
Bruh, I
Come
mean,
on
three
now.
years, Gary.
So
I like
my
look. You
brother
know how
had
many
3 year
people?
layoff,
Oh, man, I
and
wish
he popped
Brandon.
back out like nothing happened. Stop playing.
I don't know, man. There's a history. I'm just a smoker, so I'm drawing a blank. But like, there's at least 4 fighters as of recent that tried to come back off layoffs they get packed up, man. It's it's
Packed up, rolled up, and smoked out. Stop it, man. They
for
have, but
real.
don't be on here trying to throw no bad juju's, man.
No,
Let Earl go
I'm
do his
not.
thing.
Listen, I want him to
Earl
do
go
his
do his
thing.
thing.
Have you seen the pad work with him? Let me pull up that pad work. Have you seen the pad
Oh
work?
my God! Come on, man. Those
What?
are
I'm just
fundamental.
asking.
Look, he's working fundamentally, being tactical sound. That's it. These stuff that just keeping them moving. You know what I mean? Jab, hook, jab, left hand, left hand,
So you
These are
seen it.
stuff that
So you
just.
seen it. You seen it.
Oh my
Okay.
God, man! Did y'all see it spawn?
Nah, we ain't seen no spawn.
Exactly.
We ain't seen no
Exactly. So
spawn.
you're just going to judge somebody off of some. That was probably a cool down round. Who knows? A cool down round on the pads. Come on, we just gonna work light. Just listen. Jab, jab, left hand. That's how it be. Sometimes you get cool down rounds, man.
Nah, I hear you, man. I hear you. You think Conor could beat Ryan? If that happens, I mean, it's kind of went dead, but there was a lot of talk of that being on Netflix. Even that it's
Man,
taking, even that it's
I
taking the
got Connor.
Canelo
I ain't
bait.
gonna hold you. I got
Really?
Connor. One thing I can say, Connor better not get caught with that hook.
Yeah.
He better not get caught with that hook. I don't care who is in that ring with your boy. Now, Ryan Garcia got a hell of a hook, but he can't just rely only on that hook because just like Romero did, he neutralized that shit. He took his hook away and put him down. He bounced back because he got the heart of a lion. He's a fighter. Ryan is a fighter. So yeah, he lost that fight, but his next fight, what happened? A knockout. Got his man up out of there. Live and learn. He bounced back. But I do know this: when everything goes tits up, people tend to go back to what they know, and that's Ryan Hook. And if he touch you with it, he will get your attention. Now, I know that oh boy is strong. He's gonna be in shape, stuff like that. But Conor, man, look, Ben, I seen him get touched before, and he got put down before. He hopped back up, but I'm just saying, like, the shot really wasn't no sound position or crisp shot. It was like brute strength. Dude just threw one hard joint, boom, and they caught him. He got put down. But it's a difference when you deliver your shots sharp. It's a different type of wickedness to it. It's not just like, here it comes, and your dumb ass got hit with it. You was like, damn, that was hard. Versus one of those ones that's fast, hard, and sharp and hit you right on the button, and you didn't see it coming. Those are the ones that had you looking at the lights and you can't get up. Your body left numb. Ryan got that. Ryan got that. I promise you he got that. So if he was able to touch Ben with that, then yeah, he gonna win. But other than that, I don't got him touching him with that. Ben gonna be like Mike Tyson, moving his head, closing the distance, and it's gonna make Ryan grab and hold. He
Even the
going to.
version of Ben we seen in his first Zuffa fight.
I'm
I mean, I don't expect
everybody.
that version. I'm gonna be
Everybody
real.
is different. Every fighter
I
is
don't
different.
expect that version though. Like he knows he's training for Ryan, right? And he's been in camp since that fight.
Exactly. So that's what I'm saying. And plus, every opponent is different. Every style is different. They say styles make fights. So him going up against a Ryan Garcia, I feel like it will be a great matchup because you got one guy who's sharp, fast, and he's a puncher boxer to a degree. And then you got another guy who's just like a brawler. He's a brawler. He's gonna come. He's gonna bring fast hands, but all of it's gonna be in game, inside game. He's right at your chest with it. Now, he's not just shooting a one hard punch or two hard punches. He's shooting combinations. Ben shoot combinations. He shoot punches and threes and fours, especially when he get comfortable.
For sure.
You know,
I want to ask about Keyshawn and Devin because the clock is ticking. They only had 20 days to negotiate. Obviously, Devin is looking for a bigger fight. He's talking to everybody except Keyshawn, but clock's ticking, and he already seen how it felt to lose that belt when he didn't take that Sandor offer. Shit got tough out here. He remember he even had a. It was like, oh, Devin's about to fight on Black Prime versus Broner. Then boom, he got the Turkey Al Sheik opportunity.
see the lip.
Yeah, you don't believe none of
He
that?
don't want to fight Keyshawn.
Oh, he don't want to fight Keyshawn?
Man, look, I'm trying to tell you, he really don't. He
So
really
you got
don't.
Keyshawn beating him?
Yeah.
Oh.
He better pity pat him and run. See, a lot of people think that Keyshawn can work his way to get in the inside because Devin is a high class boxer. Like he do know how to box. He will box your ass. He would keep you right at the end of his jab, line you up with the left hand, move, good lateral movement. But he don't really have that true firepower. Brian Norman, he just ran into a little flash knockdown, John. A little flash knockdown left hand. I said, okay. You thought you was going to Debo your way in there. Like, these guys don't got 8-ounce gloves on. Like I said, everybody can pop with those 8-ounce gloves on. The difference is Devin Haney got a little more precision, punching. And one of those shots landed on him. Because he want to walk in stupidly. But I don't got that working with Keyshawn. I don't got that. And even after he was hurt, he got up and still pressed Devin out. Still was walking in like, man, you ain't gonna hurt me with that shit no more. Devin Haney was just smart enough to get the hell out the way. He's boxing him up. Pop, pop, move. Pop, 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 move. Grab if you got to. Stick downstairs. Keep you at bay. I don't think that's gonna work with Keyshawn. Styles make fights, and Keyshawn got a completely different style than Brian Norman. I'm telling you. Devin Haney, honestly.
I thought
I
the
feel like him.
experience would get him to win.
Who?
He's Devin. Same way he got the win over Norman because of experience. It's like Norman had the power and the youth, but that elite level experience wasn't there. He didn't know how to deal with the clinching. He wasn't expecting
Right.
Devin to come forward either.
At the end of the day, styles make fights. Brian Norman Jr. got a completely different style than Keyshawn. Completely different style. That's what's going to make it difficult for Devin. Yes, he got experience. He done been in some situations where as though he had to get up and keep fighting. He could have lost some marbles upstairs when he fought Ryan Garcia, because Ryan Garcia was hitting him and hurting him bad. But he bounced back. He bounced back mentally, and now he's starting to go at situations a little more strategic, as should, because that's a part of the sport. It comes with it. You're not supposed to be no brute strength. My father told me a diamond shine from all sizes. In other words, you got to be able to do a little bit of everything. You know what I mean? It's not just based off of just brute. Majority of the fights is won based off of the more intelligent man. You know what I mean? Keyshawn, I got Keyshawn pressing him out. He's smart enough to make the right adjustments. The only difference is, will he have the focus span to do the things that's necessary to be done the whole duration of the fight? Because if he don't, Devin Haney would definitely put rounds in the bank. He gonna box him, move, box him, box him, move, box him, move. Ain't gonna win a fight.
You think that was a flash knockdown or Devin has power at 47?
Against Brian Norman?
Because he dropped Regis at 42 and then moved up again and dropped Brian Norman.
All right, so if I had to compare the two, Regis was more of a flash knockdown. Brian Norman, his was more of a like, oh shit, I got caught with something that I didn't think I was gonna get caught with. It was fast and delivered sharply. And Devin Haney buzzed him. And he took advantage of that split second of him being froze. He froze him and took advantage of that and he caught him with another little shot. But after that, the fight went the way everybody knew it was gonna go. He was gonna run. Brian Norman got up, shook it off, and said, okay, I'm not getting hit with that again. It's cool. But now I'm about to try to whoop your ass. And just came with the same plan. Brute strength. Walk, walk, walk. Anything that Devin Haney threw at that point, it didn't even phase him. It didn't phase Brian Norman no more.
Well, Chamber, I don't want to keep you too long, man, and I hope that you do find time to come back on once you're able to talk about what's cooking and what will be announced, because we're definitely interested. You know, we got callers from your area that have been rooting for you to beat on Devin Haney for a while.
As I'm saying. As I'm saying, man. Y'all gonna see more of me. Don't worry, y'all. The Washingtonians, I love y'all. We forever in here. You hear me? All the fight fans, I love y'all. I'm gonna always give y'all some great juicy shows and performances. You know, and y'all will see more of me. I just want to say thanks for having me on the show, man. I'll be back on here again. And next time I come back, man, I'm gonna have some more information for you.
All
I
right.
promise you.
Nah, man, thank you for coming on. We would love to have you back on regular. And your brother, man. Tell Gary stop, avoiding. We want him on
Man,
too.
he not avoiding nothing, man. Look, like I said, we in the kitchen right now. We in the kitchen right now.
All
So
right.
you'll see.
All right. Well, we would appreciate you, man. Thank you again.
All right, boss man.
All right. There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Gary, Antoine, Russell, that was good. We got a couple callers we're gonna get to. Yeah, I mean, you know what they say, man. Close mouth don't get fed. That being said, we got about 4 hours running, and y'all done sent me 3 super chats. I've been giving y'all an hour worth of time per caller. The disrespect is at an all-time high. I got a Gary interview, pressed him about the Shakur shit, got great predictions. I mean, it is my job, all right? Unless y'all want me to get fired. Jesus. Big Boss, what up? I mean, Bobby Cuts, what up?
No, you heard it from the man himself. Your boy Haney can't fuck with Keyshawn. He see what I see, Ness.
Yeah, man.
Told you your boy Devin
Predictions.
ducking Keyshawn. You know what I'm saying? You know what time it is. Keyshawn packing Devin up. He ain't got what it takes. He going to get some pure boxing with power. The IQ. You don't see Ness. You know what I'm saying? Hell, we talk about today. Rolly beating on T.O. Told you it's the Sugar Rolly Romero era. I swear to God, this nigga Devin Haney did not duck Rolly, but he did. T.O. got it. Now T.O. stepping up to the plate. He about to defeat another king. How many heads of the kings is Rolly gonna take? He took out Ryan, about to take out T.O. Evan ran from the smoke, and he only Tank got him out of there. So it's like shit. Tank resume looking better and better because Rolly just rolling on. He beating these motherfuckers that y'all said was kings. What you gonna do with Rolly getting to the Hall of Fame, 4 division world champion, with all the kings on his resume except for Tank? You know what I'm saying? The head with all their heads on his mantle. You ain't gonna be able to deny him. Barbara had to say we was wrong about Rolly. This nigga's great. He made fun of Rolly. We talked shit about Rolly. We said the nigga couldn't box, but look what he did. You can't deny that shit. The proof is in the pudding. You know what I'm saying? That's why you can't. The eye test don't always work. You gotta let all this shit pan out. Rolly rising to the top right now. Yo, he about to go to sleep. Sugar Rolly Romero, baby. You know what the fuck it is. I've been predicting this shit. I've been predicting this shit. Been predicted this shit when I told y'all he was gonna get in Ryan ass, bro. Put a masterclass 12-0 on that nigga. You know what I'm saying? What y'all gonna do with Tio go down though? When this nigga Rolly knock Tio out, y'all gonna be fucked up. Y'all gonna be like, damn, who the real ghosts? It's gotta be Tank and Pitbull, because they the only ones better than Rolly. It's Tank, Pitbull, Rolly, nigga, in that order, nigga. Y'all can't deny it, dog. Cause y'all cannot deny it. Y'all think Devin didn't duck him, dog. When Rolly get out box? Box Rolly. He don't. You gotta whoop his ass to lose. He only lost 2 fights and he got his ass whooped. So if you ain't about to go out there and whoop Rolly ass, you ain't about to just be out boxing him. You know what I'm saying? That shit ain't gonna work on Rolly. You gotta whoop Rolly ass. You know what I'm saying? I got Sugar in 9 rounds. It's TKO. You know what I'm saying? Just then we can have the Keyshawn versus Rolly in the big Dugaroo. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna sit that one out because I'm gonna be neutral in that one. But we getting that Haney shit out. The Haney shit ending this year, dog. They got to defend the vacate. If they give up the strap, everybody gonna know they ducks. They can run the Zuffa, go over there and do whatever the fuck they doing over there, but we gonna know they ducks. So the time is the walls are closing in, like I always said. Y'all gonna have to give Rolly all the respect in the world. Y'all gonna have to eat those words. Y'all gonna have to say, damn, where did we go wrong? What did we miss? Miss was in front of your eyes the whole time, nigga. Greatness, nigga. Sugar Rolly Romero in the Hall of Fame, nigga.
You may feel like it's your time, but it's not your time.
Big If, what up?
Yeah.
What's
Salute, man.
up?
Yeah, salute, man. Yo, listen, man. I'm only bringing this up because during the interview with Gary, you talked about, you asked him about Spence, man. Yo, you heard that Spence and Brian Custer interview? I mean, sorry, the Derek James and Brian Custer interview.
Nah, I seen little clips
Yo,
and some of the Jamel Charlo clips.
Those were
They
two
he
fire
played the
clips. You gave
clip.
us a lot of
He
insight.
played the clip for Derek, and Derek bust out laughing.
Yeah. Nah, that could be an evening show, man. But you gotta listen to that. That was a fire interview, man. It gave us a lot more insight. But on this fight, man, I'm excited, man. Because Rolly kind of surprised me with the Ryan fight. I'm guessing it's because of the new trainer or whatever. But he settled down a lot and he boxed a lot. And I've been seeing things behind the scenes where he's like, yo, he's changed his life around and all that kind of stuff. So if he's disciplined, this could definitely be a tough fight, man, for Tio, man. I don't think it's as easy as people think. Tio also is coming off the loss, so he's gonna wanna prove something, man. He's gonna want to get in and just get it back in blood with Son. And so this is an exciting fight. I really can't pick because I just don't know how Rolly's coming. And we know how Tio give it up, man. So we already know how Tio give it up. I'm excited, man. I just can't wait for this fight, man. I'm excited. It's finally it's inked and all that. And did Tio really leave his pops, or he's still training with the pops?
That's not known.
Oh, because I saw some stuff online. I'm not sure if it's like clickbait or whatever, but if he's still with his pops, I don't know, man. I don't know. I want to say I want to lean towards Rolly, but I can't say, man. I got to see how Rolly's coming through, man. If he's really changed his life around and he's really dedicated to the sport and all that stuff. But because I like what I saw with him boxing with the fight. But salute to you, man. And I'm out, man. Peace.
All right. Last call for them callers. Last call for them callers. If you're trying to call in, now is the time. We got Joshua, $5 super chat. He says, Haney let an easy unification slip away like this fight, though. He talking about with Rolly. Yeah, I mean, if Haney takes less money, he get a lot of fights. So if he would have took less money, he probably would have got the Crocker fight as well. Mozzie, $5. Conor McGregor and Max Holloway fighting Saturday. Gotta chill for the weekend. We good. We got Mr. Savi. You hear Derek James reply to Earl interview? Show did, the clip of it at least. We got Andre Jones. When you moving up, so Haney can beat you. Easy work. Back with another 2. Andre, Haney beats Davis easy. You scared to fight Shakur. He ain't like Gary saying Haney gonna lose to Keyshawn. We got a super chat here from Paper Chase, $2. Salute TBV. Salute back at you. Cheer. And the last super chat from Kerry G, quote unquote, Gary being set up on the Haney list. I don't think he's on the Haney list. That was something Tip wanted to do, wanted him on there, but yeah, it wasn't working. Timboski, what up?
Yo, you can hear me, yeah?
We hear you.
Salute, what's going on? Salute, Mr.
You sound
Gibbler.
muffled,
Salute.
bro. What's going on?
Hold on. Can you hear me now, yeah?
Yep.
Salute, Mr. Gibbler, man. Salute, Mr. Gibbo, man. Salute to the community. Hope everyone's having a great start to their week. Hope everyone's family's well and healthy. And don't let your past haunt you, man. That was a very good interview that you had there, Mr. Gibbler, with Gary Antoine Russell. It's good that it's good that we hear from him because you know them PBC fighters, man. Our him and them guys, they be having their fighters on the shelves collecting dust. So I'm glad that you put, you put that some fights in his brain for his, for his brain to start working on how we're gonna get these fights on the table. You know what I mean? You made him realize his eyes started widening like a frog when you mentioned, hometown fights for Abdullah Mason, multiple other guys. You know what I'm saying? So I would like to see Gary Antoine Russell in the fray of in the mix of all those fights. I told you, I wanted Keyshawn Davis, Gary Antoine Russell. I wanted multiple other Conor Ben, Gary Russell. There's multiple fights for that guy to be in that can make his name very intimate in the division. You know what I'm saying? Shakur Stevenson guy, that's what's going on with that? Well, obviously he explained, you know what I'm saying, politics, you know what I'm saying, but whatnot. We understand that. But like I said, we just want to see the best fight the best, and he is one of the best in the division. Dalton Smith, Gary Antoine Russell, that's another barn burner. And I was very interested on his take on Devin Haney and Keyshawn Davis. That was very interesting. And you could tell that he's a student and he watches fights and he breaks down shit real well because he gave his real great breakdown of Conor Ben. You know what I'm saying? Because you guys think that he's trash and whatnot. Well, you don't know what the fuck you're looking at. He told you he fights with very fast hand, rugged, junkyard dog shit. He's gonna be up in your chest all night. The styles make fights. Okay, he didn't look convincing against Regis. That's fine. That is a former ex-champion, very experienced guy, an older Regis. That's cool, but it was fine for Devin Haney to drop him and be, you know what I'm saying? It was right for that. But when it came to Conor Ben now, oh yeah, he ain't shit no more. But like I said, there's a plethora of fights for those guys in that division. Rolly and Tio, that's a good matchup, very good matchup. It's something for Tio to come back to because I got Tio beating Rolly. Tio is way more educated, in my opinion. He's more athletic. And when I say he's more athletic, Rolly's very athletic as well, but they use it in two different styles. You know what I'm saying to you? I believe Rolly's more clumsy, not as coordinated as Tio. And Tio, like I said, explosive counter puncher. I believe he's gonna. It depends how Rolly approaches the fight. Vega made a very good point earlier on about Rolly's mindset towards the fight. We don't know what type of Rolly we're gonna get. 1 minute he's finding Jesus, the next minute he wants to be on island. Sorry, excuse my language. Having what parlays with different multiple ladies. I don't know what type of Rolly we're gonna get. So I want to see what I think he's gonna be focused. I think he's got a chip on his shoulder. He hasn't fought in a while. How long? When's the last time Rolly fought, Mr. Gibbler?
May 2nd last year.
Exactly. We don't know what type of rust is on his gloves. We have no idea if he's gonna be still looking sharp. Is he gonna? Because we've seen Rolly now. He's adapted, a style where he can box, he can fight behind his jab, he can cause different guys, different angles for some guys to kind of make it a puzzle for certain guys to come across. But like I said, I want to see what type of strategies they both put out. Tio, the weakness for Tio, in my opinion, is his dad. Hopefully he's got a new trainer. Is there any news of him getting anybody new in the corner, Mr. Gibbler? Because I don't have no faith.
No, we don't have anything, bro.
Yeah, well, we can't go off of Teofimo Lopez's coked up dad drunk. You know what I'm saying to you? That was an abysmal embarrassment when he fought Shakur Stevenson, and the preparations for that. That was a fucking abysmal embarrassment again. So we don't know what it's a very, like I said, it's a circus fight in my opinion. When I say circus, we don't know what type of we don't know what the climax is going to be at the end of this, but it's going to be a good fight. These guys are going to come to fight. Tio is going to be looking to become 3-divisional weight champion. That's historic stuff right there. Mr. Gibbler, who do you have winning this fight? Sorry.
Tio Rolly? Too soon.
Yeah.
Too soon. But leaning Rolly, I think. Leaning Rolly.
You're leaning Rolly. That's very interesting. That's very
Yeah,
interesting.
I mean,
don't
he
think
got the
Rolly's got
good
the.
win over Ryan, bro. You only
No,
as
but
good
wait,
as your last fight.
No. Resumes don't win fights, Mr. Gibbler.
You're
Resumes
only
don't win
as good
fights.
as your last fight to me, bro. You assess how you assess, I assess how I assess.
Of course,
Together,
of
we the
course. But
best.
listen, but Styles made. Teofimo Lopez is going to bring different dimensions into the ring. Like I said, he's more explosive. When I say he's more explosive in certain aspects of boxing than Ryan Garcia, like I said, I believe he's more educated than Ryan Garcia, more athletic. He brings, like I said, he's got a chip on his shoulder. He knows what type of performance that he did against Shakur Stevenson. Rolly's not Shakur Stevenson. Like I said, this is a I would say a 55-45 fight towards Rolly. Sorry, towards Tio, in my opinion. Rolly's been at division longer as well. Rolly has been at division longer. And he could, like I said, he could cause an upset towards Tio. I believe Rolly would be the underdog. Do you agree, Mr. Gibbler, or who do you think is going to be the underdog? Where do you think the money is to be made in this fight with knockdowns
I
or
think
distance?
Tio opens up as the underdog. He lost to a smaller man. He's moving up in weight to the bigger man who dropped a faster punching Ryan. I think Tio's the underdog.
Fair enough, man. I just believe that we saw what type of Rolly could come into the ring. He doesn't fight like Josh Taylor, no, he doesn't. But I believe that they're both clunky. Like I said, they're both kind of straight up top. And like I said, Rolly again doesn't fight nowhere, nothing like Josh Taylor. I'm just saying different dimensions. We saw Josh Taylor was weight drained, yes he was. But like I said, he's still an imminent, prominent name at the 140 division. We've seen Teofimo Lopez box his way comfortably to great wins against way better opposition. But like I said, man, it's going to be an interesting bout. And as for Devin Haney, Mr. Gibber, before I leave you, I would love to see him. Like I said, he needs hometown fights. He needs to get his the state of Oakland behind him, in my opinion, because you saw
You
what happened
funny
with
as
Abdullah
hell,
Mason.
bro.
Why'd you say that? Why'd you say that, Mr. Gibber?
Cause in like 10 seconds you said, like I said.
Oh yeah. Like I said, man. So you can know that it's, you know what I'm saying, because some of the Americans got different comprehension skills. So I need to make it very clear, you know what I'm saying, and able to understand what I'm saying. That's why I say, like I said once again. But look, Rui Kriel, Mexican fan, Golden Boy. You know what I'm saying to you? He comes to fight. I would like Devin. That's an interesting hometown fight for Devin Haney. You know what I'm saying? If he doesn't want to fight Keyshawn Davis, because I know a lot of you want the Keyshawn Davis fight, I don't believe Keyshawn Davis deserves, or he hasn't put his name in the hat of 147 pounders to go and fight Devin Haney. You know what I'm saying to you? I need to see him fight Brian Norman Jr. I need to see him fight a Santian. I need to see him fight multiple other guys in that division before I see him take on. And because I was very interested in what Gary Russell said. He believes Keyshawn Davis just walks over Devin Haney. You know what I'm saying? Because he believes, power over the brain. I told you about Devin Haney. He's a cerebral German Shepherd. Like I said to you, he's very cerebral in what he does. He might not have the firepower, but like I said, he's got a mind. He's got a mind of a magician when it comes to the technical aspect of the boxing. You understand? So, like I said, I want to see multiple guys. Liam Paro. But what happened to that? Why is Liam Paro going to go fight with Kambosos in his hometown? Even though it would be the easier fight, Mr. Gibb, it would be the easier fight. But Liam Paro, Devin Haney, you know what I'm saying, unification, that could be back in Australia. Do you agree or you don't?
Yeah, I would take that, but it looks like Liam Pato is going to be fighting George Kambosos. They're trying to make that.
But if he was if he was Liam Paro's team, would you advise him to push towards the unification and get a big money payout, and you fight the better opposition, and you got a half-hearted chance of beating Devin Haney? You understand? Or you want to go back home and fight the name of Kambosos, or then you revisit Devin Haney. What do you suggest there?
Yeah, I mean, if I'm part of the team, then we thinking financially, and yeah, you get the George Kambosos bag. You beat him in your hometown. It's a hometown fight. It's not a tough fight. You just got in a tough fight with a big ass Crocker, and somehow you got the win. Then you go unify after you do your hometown fight, because you can't get that hometown fight money if you lose your belt.
Fair enough, Mr. Gibbler. And like I said to you, man, I appreciate you for giving me a time on your platform. I'll drop the mic with this. What do you want personally for Devin Haney moving forward? What fight do you want next? What fight do you want next?
I want the
Or the
Keyshawn
community?
fight. It sounds like y'all think Keyshawn could beat him. Let's get it.
Okay, fair enough. Cool, no problem. That'll be a very great fight between two young, hungry, junkyard Hall of Famer dogs. You know what I'm saying? Because I do believe Keyshawn Davis will become a Hall of Famer later on down the line if he takes the right fight and he keeps his head straight on the swivel, straight off of the swivel. Sorry, you know what I'm saying? So I appreciate that, Mr. Gibbler. Salute to the community. I hope everyone's enjoying their week. You know what I'm saying? This is how you break down boxing. This is how you talk about underground names. This is how you get to know the sport. Salute. And yeah, man, keep calling in and keep the show going, man. We want to keep talking this boxing until we're dead. Salute. And thank you.
All right. All right. Looks like we got Haney is my savior. What it do? Are you there? Quest the best. Quest. Yo. I hear you, but I don't think it's connected. Chat. You there? Yo. Yeah, it ain't connected, fam. It ain't connected. Discord is available. Zoom is available. We got Conroy. Who you got with that fight, Ness? Haney or Gary? Look at emoji. Fire emoji. Well, I'm always gonna have Haney, B. Always gonna have Haney. If he fighting Boots, then we gotta think. We gotta see what's what. But last call for them callers. I'm gonna take a quick 1 minute break here and try to restart this X to see if we get some more calls. T minus now. All right. Restarted that. So we should be good now. Quest, if you want to request again, we could probably see if it's going to work. Last call for them callers. Discord available. X spaces probably rocking and rolling right now. Let's see. That's working.
Quest the motherfucking best. Yo, you can hear me?
Yes, sir.
All right, bet I can hear you now. Yeah, I don't know what was going on, but you salute. We was able to get it rocking and rolling. I didn't get to talk about the border war stuff. I want to say great show, Ness. I tried to catch what I could. You know, it was a busy that Saturday, man. It was a lot of shit was going on. So man, I tried to catch what I could. I think I did see the old Wiz fight. Shout out to old Wiz, man. Win, lose or draw, man. Y'all went out there and performed, bro. So gotta get my hat tip off to you guys, man. Y'all showed out. Dula Mason. I didn't get stuck talk about Dula Mason. I didn't get to call in yesterday because a lot of shit. But Dula Mason, he really performed, bro. I think he showed adjustments. I think he really showed that's even though he's a young fighter, he can get better. I think we kind of criticize these guys too much, and then not knowing that like these dudes can actually get better. That's not the ceiling for him. You know, he does have the talent, you know, to improve. The coach made adjustments. You know, even his, I think his father is the coach. He got some shit going on, man. I wasn't really a Abdullah guy like that. I mean, it's a lot of fucking boxers out here. You know, I'm trying to get in touch with all the niggas. You know, I'm trying to, you know, catch when I can. When you know what I'm saying. So I did catch a little bit of that fight. Good fight. The stoppage was horrible as hell, but you know, I think he saved him probably for his own good, man. I think niggas might be too hard headed. You know what I'm saying? But the wink did look questionable, bro. That wink, man, it's just man, fuck, bro. It was a bad stoppage. I didn't like how the stoppage ended, but you know, Doodle Mason was gonna win regardless. If it went to the cards, I think he probably would have won. This T.O. and Rolly, I don't really care too much. You know, I think T.O. doesn't deserve a shot. I think people, this is nasty work. He just got fucking blew out by Shakur. You know, didn't do anything. Looked like shit. You know what I'm saying? And then just to get going in and lay an egg like that against fucking Shakur, it just don't make no sense, bro. How he gets a shot right after that, you know. He ain't even go out on his shield, bro. He was getting hit with the same fucking jab all night. It didn't look good.
But that's the same thing for
him
Ryan,
to
though.
get a shot.
Ryan looked bad in the Rolly fight and got the fucking Barrios fight, bro. It is what it is, bro. Like,
Ryan, he's more popular, bro. T.O. ain't really popular. He's just popular because his fucking antics and people like him for that or people hate him for that. But it's like he's not he ain't on no Ryan level, bro. You know, Ryan actually has a fan base. I don't think T.O. has a legit fan base like that. I could be wrong. I'm not a fan of T.O. You know, I don't like the dude, but Ryan has a legit he has fans, bro. You know, and in the fight, in Shakur, bro, for Shakur, I don't even want to talk about the nigga like that, but he got to get some smoke in too. Niggas is talking about Devin layoff and how long this is happening. He's trying to get in his third fight, bro. You know, he better get in his third fight. You know what I'm saying? You got your fight you wanted. Now it's time for you to show us that's like you on this level now. You know what I'm saying? He was just fighting the Padleys of the world and the Artems of the world, and then for him to flip a switch like that, it's just questionable, bro. I was a Shakur fan, but I'm off that train now, bro. I'm really, really not a fan of any of these niggas right now, bro. Not the T.O., not the Rollies, not the fucking... Even Devin's questionable. I still fuck with Devin. Don't get me wrong, bro. I had to switch my name up, too, man. You calling me the Haney is my savior shit. Like, that's not even my name no more, bro. You trying to be funny with it, Ness. I feel you. But I mean, even Haney looking questionable, bro. These dudes right now ain't looking like they supposed to, man. And it's the sport looking bad. And bro, it's not looking good. I don't know what's going on with Twitter. You know, Twitter be on some fucked up shit. So
I already told you this shit, but you want to act like I gotta make shit up and lie on your fucking name for what?
I don't know. I changed my name. I don't know why is it still on there, but I mean, if you screenshot it,
what you did, what the fuck do I need to lie for?
I feel you. I mean, just let me see the screenshot. I'll take your word regardless. But you know, it's just I changed my name. I'm gonna have to look into that, man. But you know, I don't really care about this fight, Rolly versus T.O. I mean, it is what it is. I think Rolly just need to get active and just get a name. They doing Jack Catterall dirty, dog. They Jack Catterall on Twitter. He's doing what he can. You know, it's nasty, man. He even trying to talk his shit on Twitter. You know, these niggas on it, they talking shit more than they fighting now. And then for a nigga like Jack Catterall, he getting them wins, bro. He just beat the Usama dude. I think he beat who the fuck he just beat last? He beat some guy that I didn't think he was gonna beat. Oh, that Gears or whoever the fucking the dude Rolly was ducking, Rolly mandatory. He's taking these dudes mandatories and taking his fights. It's like he's the only guy fighting contenders. It's nasty. Y'all can fight contenders, bro. Y'all don't have to fight a name every damn fight. I think the sport is just getting stuck up on names, and it's just nasty. What's good? What's good?
What does that say right there? Haney is my savior. Football, boxing, and basketball. Now everybody sees it because you want to act like I'm making shit up.
Hey, Haney, he was my savior. Now he ain't my savior, man. He ain't doing this. You know your man fucking up, man. You know, he ain't looking good in these streets. You know, he looking like a real bully right now, just trying to fight Shakur.
I gotta
And
get to these other
Keyshawn is right there.
callers, B.
Keyshawn right
Richo,
there.
what
Make the
up?
Keyshawn fight. Make the Keyshawn fight. I'm out.
Yo.
What up?
I got a call. You hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah. As far as this T.O. versus Rolly fight, I probably would lean on T.O., you know. And the only reason I'm leaning on T.O. because I seen him in that Floyd Mayweather gym. So, yeah, I seen him getting sharp. I'm like, all right, bro, gonna try to come back and be sharper. Maybe come in with a jab. Don't come in with your fucking head. But I probably would have had T.O. winning that fight. I got him outboxing Rolly. And is this like a free fight or is this like a pay-per-view?
You know
Or
this pay-per-view.
this pay-per-view?
Pay-per-view on the Zone and on Prime.
Yeah, this a Stream East type fight right there. Matter of fact,
Damn. Two big
I'm tripping. I
names?
got the zone. I'm tripping. I got the zone package. I'm tripping. I got the zone joint.
Yeah.
So yeah, the zone. Yeah. All right, say no more. Yeah. Like I said, I got T.O. winning the fight. He probably gonna outbox Rolly, but don't be surprised if Rolly. He get a little rough with T.O. I don't. Rolly look like he big. Rolly seemed like he bigger than T.O. Like T.O.
Oh,
is,
yeah.
is,
I
is
think
a
so, too.
small. Yeah, he a small welterweight. Like he's not physically big, and he's not really that much taller. So I don't know, but I think I will lean towards the skills of T.O. though, just being a better boxer. And he like I said, he been in the Floyd Mayweather gym getting sharp. I don't know how much that's gonna help him. I don't know if he got rid of his dad. I don't know who's gonna be in his corner, but just off of what I just said, I got T.O. But to this border war shit, I'm calling out Forbes at 180 or whatever, and I only got one question: is Forbes, how you gonna keep me off of you? I seen your fight with Tank. You was doing the lean back, lean back, lean back. That shit not gonna work on me, bro. That check, right hook, whatever you doing, all that goofy shit, I'm gonna bring the pain to your ass, boy. You gonna feel something different, and I'm gonna give you your second loss in a row, and it's gonna be just like that. And that's my call though, Ness. Shout out to you. Shout out to the community and whatnot. Shout out Jay Benitez. You heard?
Salute.
Shout out everybody, yo. But that's my call. Appreciate y'all.
Appreciate you, man. Thanks for calling in. Uh-oh, he gonna call Forbes out. Is Forbes gonna take that? It's a big dude, man. Big dude. Last call for them callers. Last call for them callers. If you're looking to call in, now is the time. Right now is the time. It's last call for them callers. That's GTO, Instagram, and Twitter. That's GTO on Telegram. Hit me up. We are